he was rapid.
I agree.
Well, they call him the wild thing, I think they called him. He was genuinely sharp.
Played away back to the bowler by Hassan. James Vince at the time posted on, well, it was Twitter in those days, now X. The pitch did become too dangerous, but no reason why we shouldn't get 2 points from that game. Duckworth Lewis at that stage was 9 without loss. So I'm just reading a bit more about that article. The season before, Glamorgan were docked 2 points for preparing a poor pitch after their defeat by Durham in the One-Day Cup. A deduction applied to the 2015 competition as Hassan drives, comes off a thickish outside edge, rolls all the way along the ground down to third man, and 210 for 1 is the score. And they were also deducted 8 points in 2007 for a poor wicket in the championship match against Middlesex.
Yeah, they've had the occasional helping them with their inquiries scenario at Sapphire Gardens.
Yeah, it was a shame. I mean, because generally, he's a pretty good pick.
And
I think around that time there was
help
cracks
spinners in the
everything,
past.
wasn't
Yeah,
there?
it's
just had a few problems
yeah
around that time. Mind you, the loss of points isn't totally unique to Sapphire Gardens. That's happened here once or twice.
So Yusuf to Zainul Hassan. Yusuf from the pavilion end. Well, Hassan is on 79. He had a head start on Kieran Carlson, but he's on 72.
Oh, I think I'm off. There we go. Sorry, Cubs. Too immersed on that game. So Rob Phillips will stay on. Michael Carberry next to him.
So you ducked under a quickie and they cancelled. They ended the game, did they, Cubs?
Yeah, that was a hairy pitch, I've got to say. It's not too often I've feared for my life facing quick bowling, but I was, yeah, it was a, yeah. I mean, it wasn't great for anybody, really. I mean, you got to think for the poor spectators that came to watch a good game, and it would have been a good game actually by recollection. It was, it wasn't a high-scoring game as you imagine, but
no,
it would have taken a good knock to.
It's so difficult though, isn't it, being a grounds when you just don't know.
It's a thankless job, isn't it?
Yeah. They get a lot of flack, sometimes during the game. As Yusuf bowls, Al Hassan plays that up to mid-off.
I just think it was, well, I mean, memory's not great, but at best of times, but I think it's just one of those wickets where it was a dry summer, but you didn't have a lot of rain, and obviously, play a lot of cricket on the squares in international ground, so you know you got all that to prepare for as well. You don't want it to be to have too much in it, and you know, and all that kind of stuff. And it just went through the top. You know, it was almost it was too dry. And
it can happen, can't it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yusuf in. Al Hassan plays that off quite high up, but into safety on the onside. No run. Oh, Glammy reminds me that just one centurion for Glamorgan this season so far. Colin Ingram's 103 against Yorkshire, still a way to go. Hassan's on 79.
I've already changed my locks. Bought a bigger sofa so I can hide down the back of it. We've had an absolute shocker. It's never easy being an Arsenal fan, I'll tell you that now.
You want to try Newport County? Try Newport County, my friend.
Well, we come back for more, don't we? As
we
supporters,
do.
We come back for more.
Well, as I said, I saw an astonishing game last Saturday. Took my 90-year-old dad. I don't really know how he survived it. It was so terrifyingly exciting.
Yeah.
But that's what it does for you. And Glamorgan will be excited by this.
Absolutely. Curry past the umpire, throws in a short ball. It's well played in the end by Carlson. He thought initially about a hook, didn't he? And then realised the height was just a little bit too high. Just crouched to his knees.
Bent the knees.
Yeah, good surprise delivery from Curry.
Ollie Arnold says he played on tour at Abergavenny a few years ago. You played there, didn't you?
I have played there, yeah.
I remember seeing Alan Butcher on the honours board multiple times. His record there looked immense.
Very, very fond of Alan Butcher. He was my first professional coach.
Was he?
He was, yeah. First left-handed coach I've ever had as well.
Right.
There you go. And the second team coach at Surrey. He brought me on when I was 16 or 17.
Newest stuff.
Yeah, to come and play my first few games for Surrey. Yeah, good man out.
And I'm sure you'll agree with Ollie. He says a beautiful pitch from memory and a lovely bunch. There, it was a beautiful pitch. You got bucket loads.
I filled my boots that day. Don't you worry.
Don't come around too often.
That is right. That is right. As Curry comes in again to Alassane. That was a nice, foolish delivery across the left-hander.
If you're in Alassane's position now,
Yep.
he's not had fine runs easy to come by this season. How much is 100 in your mind, or do you not think about it? You just play ball after ball.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, look, I'll be lying as I said, we don't have target as batters, but I think what he's got to realise now is he's doing a great job in terms of taking the sting out of this attack from Hampshire, but there's still a lot of work to do. As Curry comes in again. You know, he's got a big role to play still. I think he's got to set his mindset has really got to be along those lines. In that, you know, 219 for one. I mean, you've got to be thinking, stay together with skipper Carlson, get to 300. You know, really start to turn the screw on Hampshire, turn up that pain. By that stage, you should be near your 100 or well over it. And then it's just a case of fighting your own boredom. How much do you want? Make up for those 3 or 4 low scores you've had this season. This is a chance to go and
it's a statement.
Book yourself in for a big double, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, really put the game out of Hampshire's reach. You know, he's got a good man at the other end. You know, full of experience. He's been there, done it many a time. So just learn from your skipper, I would say.
So it's Yusuf coming in from the pavilion end to the skipper, Kieran Carlson. 2 slips, so what, it's a first slip and like a third slip really. As Carlson went to drive that, just went a few yards down the pitch. Bowler collects, no run.
It's an odd field, isn't it, really, when he's got extra cover. I'm assuming on a sort of drive, he's just off the second wicket to his left.
Just to explain,
my right,
Michael Carberry turned around then just to work it out.
Work it out.
I do it all the time. Carlson ducks under that. Again, Captain Ben Brown has his arms above his head to take that.
Yeah, he's got a floating cover who's just hanging, maybe you'd say, what, 20 or 30 yards. He's not really saving a one, not really saving a boundary. Very odd field.
I mean, Carlson has crashed it through the covers a couple of times, but we shall see. Use of bowls. Again, plenty of intent there, but he didn't make Carlson play at that. And he's on 77 at better than a run a ball.
Yeah, I think that maybe Yusuf would be better served to have a genuine 2 slips, have your regulation cover, extra cover.
Yusuf in, straight back down the pitch by Carlson.
He sent deep square leg back, which I'm assuming is for a indicate the short ball may come.
Yeah,
I'm not sure with 50-yard boundary. That side is there's not much of a hit over that side, is it?
No, and there's a guy at fine leg, isn't there?
Yeah, he's quite square, but it's not much of a hit.
There's a lot of gaps. It always is when you're 219 for one and fielding. That
hell of
was
a
a good
seed.
one. Yeah.
Oof. That had some spike behind it. There's still something in this pitch, isn't there?
Carlson did well to avoid that, to be fair to him.
Yeah, he's right. He's really running in with some verve.
He
You
is.
haven't seen this for all day, really.
This is 12th over as well.
Absolutely. This is what you want. I think he's
They're going to make something happen, aren't they?
absolutely. We said this before, didn't we? We felt that it was a little bit friendly, you know, almost sitting back, waiting for Glamorgan to make a mistake. I think this is what has been needed all day. You've got to run in with that verve. You've got to set the field for your best ball, not for bad bowling.
Here's Yusuf again. Tries once more. Again, it's aerial, you have to say. Nothing on a length in that over, or rarely. It was short of a length, but it was a maiden, that one. 12 overs, 2 maidens, none for 54. Glamorgan are 219 for 1. As the skipper and Zainul Hassan have a discussion in the middle. Jonathan Twigg on Glamorgan Cricket at bbc.co.uk. Afternoon, Rob, et al. That's you, et al. Discussion last week from Ed Bevan and Nick Webb around Bronwith Cricket Club, where I outlined I played for Bronwith Bohemians 30 years ago on a tour to Paris. Come back to that.
As Curry comes in past the umber to Alassane, who drives a little bit squarish, sort of outer half of the bat, down to third man for 1.
He says, I'm back at Cwncaderry, the oak tree, tomorrow as umpire against Llandyssil. I was down there a few months ago, Llandyssil. In the 2000s, as captain of Haverfordwest, the oldest cricket club in Wales, playing under the same name. You learn something new every day. We toured the Island White, where we played a fixture at Ventnor Cricket Club, a great venue with the ground in a bowl. Are there any other... Hold on.
Scott Curry short of a length. Carlson punching that one nicely off the back foot to a man at deep point for 1.
Are there any other examples of grounds in the UK which is in a bowl? A unique ground, in fairness. Keep up the good work, Jonathan. Well, this is a bowl.
X
There's
marks the spot, as they say.
There's one that comes to mind immediately. Is that what you're going to say?
Utilita, just saying.
Yeah. The clue is in the name.
Scott Curry comes in again to the left-handed. Behave. Alassane.
Do you think he did that deliberately?
I think it was a bit of a got you.
Yeah, I think it was. At least we got it first time.
Sir.
223 for 1, Glamorgan.
Yeah, looking all rosy at the moment, isn't it?
In the bowl.
In the bowl. Yeah, these two are playing very, very well. As Scott Curry begins his run past the umpire into Hassan, who just glides that one away. Again down to third man for another leisurely single. Moves on to 85. And closing in on that century.
The run rate is over 4 now, which it was the low 3s this morning. Obviously, when they were just getting to grips with the ground and having been put into bat, but they'll be delighted by this.
Curry into Carlson again, short of a length, short and wide, and Carlson just helping himself, really just having to just lay bat on ball at the moment. His runs are coming very, very easy, too easy for my liking. There's no real plan here on how Hampshire are looking to get a wicket from this point. Seems all a little bit meandering at the moment. Curry again into the wicket, another short ball, which makes himself incredibly small. It's got to be the lowest duck I've ever seen in professional cricket.
Well, you're going to be fit to duck that low, haven't you?
Yeah, you can't ask me to do that now.
No, well,
I'm very much staying in that position.
I could get down, and getting back up would be the big problem.
That's what I mean, yeah.
I'm halfway there already, mind, but
Curry in again to Hassan, who leaves that one nicely, just pushed across the left-hander, and that's the end of another over.
He posed for the cameraman then as well, didn't he? Just stuck in the pose. Used to do that.
Well, you got to. I mean, you got to add a little bit of style to start a little bit of style to the proceedings. But, yeah, all looks very good from a Glamorgan point of view. They'd be delighted, I think. Be closing on 250. You know,
yeah,
pushing towards that 300. You always feel 300 psychologically. You know, it really puts a stake in the ground if you can be one down. Hopefully, these two still together at that stage. I know as a fielder, you start to think about plans for dinner.
Yes. Well, I assume they're in the hotel. I assume.
Yeah.
I don't know. It would make sense. So it's Sonny Baker from the far end now for his 12th over.
Yeah, good move from here from Ben Brown. I think he realises he's got to try and crack this open. He's gone only with the one slip, which again I think it's a bit of a mistake personally. I think you've got to give Sonny Baker every chance to get poles here. Give him 2 slips.
Well, it's a slip in a sort of gully, isn't it?
Yeah.
Backward gully.
You know it was going to go to gully now, said that, isn't it?
Yeah. As Carlson waits and tried to play it dry through the offside, but went to the short cover. There's 2 in the covers, one at backward point. There's a mid-off and there's a backward square as well down on this offside. Sort of wide third man.
I'd like to see that floating cover. I'd like to see him maybe further behind with Sonny Baker's pace, get another slip in, bring third man up, try and put some pressure on one of these two.
Baker in over the wicket. Carlson smashes that. Well, he went to, and he didn't connect. So he practices it again 3 times.
But something's happening. That's what the fast men can do, isn't it? Suddenly they come on. The shots start coming out. You just feel if he gets one right here, Sonny Baker, something's going to happen. Now, is the field, is it set for that, for when that happens? Questionable.
Well, to my mind, Carlson and Hassan don't have to do anything more than they've done so far. But they may rise to it, you never know. As Carlson lets that go past. Brown tumbling stop behind the stumps.
Yeah, you just feel Carlson's beans are going here a little bit, aren't they? You just feel.
You got some great cricket expressions, you have.
Yeah, I'm a batter, mate.
Is that Cockney or cricket?
Yeah, he's just simmering at the moment.
Yeah.
Just, let's say batter's intuition.
I'll go home on Monday thinking, oh, I got some great ones to try out on there. Baker comes in again. Oh, that one was pretty close. I'll give Carlson the benefit of the doubt and say what a great leave. But he did look back quickly.
Absolutely, he's asking questions.
Yeah.
Probably not really the ball to go back to, was I think that was more why Sonny Baker threw the hands up in the air. He thought he'd just done him in the length, which he probably did, in fairness. But I like, again, he's prepared to go at the stumps. Comes slightly wide on the crease.
He's trying to instigate something. There's a little hop in the start of his run again. In he comes, and driven by Carlson, but stopped in the covers. No run, 225 for 1. Baker's on course for a maiden here if he can get a dot ball with the next delivery.
He's looked very impressive today. Again, Baker, I think he's bowled with a lot of intelligence. Been very patient today, I feel.
He'll skip again. Carlson waits, bat aloft. And that's down to third man, or wide third man. Just the one. 226 for 1. All change with the headphones.
Kevin James in alongside Michael Carberry for this next passage of play. And still, only one Glamorgan wicket has been taken. That last, that one and only wicket, 1/4 to 1.
Yes.
They've played superbly.
Yeah, they have.
All the
yeah.
Glamorgan batters so
Yeah, they
far.
have.
All of them. 3 of them.
Yeah, they have. They've looked very, very comfortable at this stage. They've, but what I like, they've played. Let's say they've played with good intelligence. You know, they've been patient when they've had to be. Rode their luck, which you need some of that at times. But certainly the intent from the skipper, I think, is really just given the innings some impetus. Been very busy.
So here's Scott Curry then to start his 13th over, none for 52, short, bounces through to Ben Brown. I say only 3 batters. If the rest of the Glamorgan top order bat as well as these 3, Hampshire really are in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, at this stage we've all been here as professionals. This is where you say you've got to bite down hard on the gum shield. You know, you need a bit of buzz around the field. You need everyone engaged. Hunt as a pack, as they say.
Curry runs past the umpire. Full, driven through wide mid-off. That'll be 4 runs for Kieran Carlson. And he moves on to 84. He's been very quick, hasn't he, on anything loose?
Yeah, he has. Anything too wide, that was probably too wide. The length was fine, but just a little bit too wide. And that's a 150-run partnership between these two. Very well played. Yeah, he's come in with a real intent from ball 1. Carlson, he's run well between the wickets. I think that's been the impressive thing about this knock today.
Yeah, 27 years of age now, Kieran Carlson has played off the back foot, and that will be 4 more through point. Little bit of width there from Scott Curry.
Yeah, a little bit of width and too short. Again, that nothing length. Carlson, who just almost stays a little bit leg side in his setup. He was able to free the hands, and with only a point to beat, who's just in front of square, it was quite an easy boundary to the short side.
I'm sure having a look at the ball there. I think they had a look at it a few overs ago, but the umpires weren't having anything of it, and they aren't again. Maybe the ball just went over some concrete there in the tunnel area. Just having a look at that. That's about all, but umpires deeming that this 57.5 over ball is fine. Curry in again, bowls. Shortish, and it's hit Carlson, and they'll be able to run because he was taking evasive action. I think it hit him on the shoulder. 2 runs down towards fine leg. That'll be leg byes, of course. Well, the bumper's coming out a few times now.
Yeah, seems to be the plan.
Yeah, usually does, doesn't it, when you feel that you haven't got your just rewards.
It's actually, I mean, Scott Curry's done a nice job, I think, overall. This latter half of the spell's been a little expensive, but overall I think he's bowled pretty well.
Short again. Carlson ducks underneath that one easily enough. Yeah, it makes tough now, isn't it, when you've got batters going well, both in the 80s. It's tough as a bowler to come on and say, I'm going to bowl 5 or 6 overs for 20. Yeah. When you've got 2 batters going along nicely. When you've got 1, it's not so bad. But yeah, that's a tough ask to bowl a 5 or 6 over spell and only go for that now.
Yeah, absolutely. And by this stage, usually you'd have Liam Dawson, say, dial in for 2 and over. They haven't got that today.
Haven't got that luxury. There's another short one, not that high, so they're not being called. Carlson seems to be quite happy to duck underneath. Yeah, Felix Organ 7 overs, none for 40. Nearly 5 3/4 and over. I mean, that's no holding job at all.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is what happens. You end up putting more overs into these fast men. You wear them down. I mean, if I was Glamorgan, I'd be, Felix Organ comes back on to bowl at any stage, I'll be looking to hit him out the attack again, personally. Get those fast men back on as quickly as possible. Yeah. The likes of Abbott and Sonny Baker, if you can really put some overs in, I think you set the game up really, really well.
I'd be surprised if the next overs of spin aren't a couple from Tom Prest. to
Yeah.
just try something.
Absolutely. Any one of those, you say, makeshift spinners. I think for me, if I was still playing myself, I would be looking to get after one of the two of them.
Yeah.
Get those fast men back on nice and early, wear them down.
That's right.
Going into tomorrow.
Get them bowl overs that they don't want to bowl.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes, Abbott's bowled 14 so far, Yusuf 12, Baker 12, Curry 13. And we're not even at tea yet. We are, what, 6 overs from tea?
So Sonny Baker to come from the pavilion end. He's got an interesting field, I'll tell you in a minute. Hop, skip and a jump. Bounds in past the umpire into Al Hassan. It's a bouncer, quite a high bouncer. He's brought in the short leg. He's gone with a catching mid wicket, a catching sort of square leg in front. Square leg behind, square on the hook, 10-15 yards behind. So one slip, no cover. The Telegraph. It's coming. Here he comes into the crease to Al-Hassan, who wraps him on the thigh pad. Looks for a single, but sent back by Carlson.
Well, I don't think we've had Hassan even look to play a hook shot or pull shot yet. Can't think of any. The only one I've seen play a hook or pull shot has been Tribe.
Yeah, he's the only one really looked to take it on. I don't think it's a bad idea, you know, try and shake him up a little bit, try something different. I like that approach. I would have liked this before lunch, if I'll be honest. Try and have a real go at him. But in he comes again, Baker, past the umpire into Al-Hassan, who's up on his toes. Nicely plays that one down on the leg side. You know, I think this is what's been missing from Hampshire's cricket this season. You know, I want to see that little bit of spite when things go quiet. You know, try something for 2-3 overs. If it doesn't work, you can always go back into length. But at least the thought process is, for me, is going in the right way. You're thinking wickets, even if they get a partnership. You can set slightly more defensive fields, but we still want to be bowling in an attacking frame of mind. That's what the mindset's got to be, as Baker sends in another short ball, and it just about clears Al-Hassan's helmet. Again, crouches down very low.
Well, they've certainly had
flexible fella.
Yeah, they've certainly had adequate practice at ducking. From 11 o'clock this morning to now, there's been a few bumpers bowled by even Kyle Abbott got in on the act on 1 for 1 or 2.
Baker begins, sprints into his ball. That was another short one. That one didn't get up very high either. Just about passing over the back of Al-Hassan. These are the naughty bouncers, aren't they? The ones that you're not quite sure, are they getting up? Are they coming up in the ribs? You don't want to leave your hands up there just in case you get a little tickle on the glove. That's good. This is good from Hampshire. I think this is what they've got to do. Try and break this open some way, somehow. Baker sprints in again. Past the umpire into Al-Hassan again, yes. Just a little uncomfortable. Squaring him up. And it's just to drop that down by his feet. But that was a good over from Baker. Made a few things happen.
It's interesting, isn't it? There's no bid off for him. So I guess the one that's pitched up might be few and far between. There's no real protection. Yeah. Felix Organ and Nick Gubbins are having a chat with Ben Brown there, and it is going to be Felix Organ again. He's going to try his luck for a second time here at the hotel end. Please tell me he's going to come over the wicket, Kieran Carlson.
We live in hope, mate. I hope so.
Well, it doesn't look it.
Doesn't look it.
No, it doesn't. He's going to stay around the wicket. So either they know something out there that we don't, or they feel that it's worth persevering with this line. 7 overs, none for 40.
If I was still a playing man,
Yeah.
if I was Kieran Carson now, I'd be looking to take Felix Organ down here.
Well, deep mid off has dropped. There's a deep mid wicket, deep backward square leg, and a one on the 45 on the offside has dropped as well, and there's a deep point. Carlson works it away on the onside, behind square where Abbott fields. So we are just under 5 overs now away from tea on day 1. And barring a nightmare for Glamorgan, they've won session 2 as well as winning session 1 on this opening day. As Organ comes in and bowls, Carson gives himself some room and opens the face of the bat, hits it to deep point. 2-3-7 for 1. I mean, effectively, Felix Organ is bowling on that angle, has to pitch it sort of fairly straight.
Yes.
There's no footmarks there.
Absolutely.
And I must admit, when he was on earlier and Kyle Abbott was bowling from the pavilion end, I'm thinking, well, Kyle Abbott coming around the wicket, probably there's some footmarks. But actually, I was watching his follow-through and he was, to be fair, quite wide.
Yeah.
So maybe they're thinking, well, there's nothing there for him anyway, even if he does come over the wicket. Sam drives down to mid-on. He wants a single, but Baker is up on the 1.
I just feel coming over the wicket, even if there is minimum footholds, I feel there's more modes of dismissals in that line of attack.
True. Sam drives out towards extra cover. I can see the GMR contingent wandering around the ground just to our right, underneath the scoreboard. Kieran, the chairman of GMR, presenting those 3 members with long-standing memberships, 50 years I think it was. In front of the pavilion at the start of play. That's played out quietly on the offside. Wonder what they're making of what they're seeing.
I wouldn't imagine they'd be too pleased.
I can't see them smiling, although they're a bit of a way away from us. Just making their way round to the hotel. Yes, that's driven out on the offside but not timed.
See, I like this line to what Felix Organ has to the left-hander batter, coming around the wicket, getting the odd ball to drift into the pads. Hopefully, it's interesting. He hasn't adopted the same line for a left-hander, isn't it?
True.
But yeah, I was getting back to the modes of dismissal. I feel you can bring in the outside edge, you can go through the gate, you can still wrap him on the pads. I just feel he'll think twice about staying leg side and trying to carve the ball through the offside just with the angle. He knows from round the wicket is generally sliding on, so I feel for me it's to that short side it's an easier shot to play.
Sure.
And I think again it's that mindset of wickets, thinking wickets, how are we getting him out, as Baker comes into Carlson, who drives that one beautifully up the ground. Wow, hold the pose. That fairly sped off the bat.
That's a great shot.
That is a great shot. Bang. Oof. Some strong forearms there.
There is, isn't there? Down and through. Down and through.
But again, not a bad ploy from Baker. He's trying to pitch the ball up. I don't mind that.
No, I agree. That's not a bad length.
Absolutely. He begins again into the crease to Carlson. Oh my goodness, that is a hell of a shot. Woof. Knee up. Gordon Greenwich-esque.
That is, isn't it?
And flicked for, is that going all the way? 6? Wow, that is a piece of timing. Wasn't that short? But that's the risk you run, isn't it? You bring the fast man to that short side. It only has to be fractionally short. So it was an unbelievable shot from Carson. He moves to 99 of 96 balls.
Wow.
Which will be a well-deserved 100 if he gets there. Baker comes in again to Carlson, who steers that one down to third man, and that's his 100. Very well played. Kieran Carlson. It's his 16th first-class century and very much one of his better ones. So, truly deserved.
97 balls, 17 fours and 2 sixes. He enjoyed that one, didn't he? When he realised that was going down over the rope. That comes off the back of his 95 in the last game against Leicester in the first innings.
Yeah, played very, very well, Kieran Carson. He's been busy, he's had intent, he meant business from ball one today. He's put Glamorgan in a very, very strong position. Hasn't really put a foot wrong in this innings. Baker begins another delivery, hop, skip, jump, sprints in, arms pumping past the umpire. And that's a lovely delivery. What a follow-up from Baker. That had some real spike behind it. Ben Brown had to really move the feet round there. He's standing a long way back at this stage, almost what would be on the near the 30-yard circle in a one-day game. That's thudded into the gloves.
Yeah, he's played some shots, hasn't he? He's played some good shots. Very strong. You're right, strong forearms. Very strong.
Yeah, very punchy sort of player, isn't he? Baker comes in again to Carson. Again, just steers him down to third man. And that sort of Baker trying to bang that one in, didn't really get up as high.
I think Hampshire will be quite looking forward to tea. Get off and just have a rethink.
Yeah, I think it's needed, really. I think they've got to have a chat about things going forward, what plans they're going to go, how they're going to get through to close, how they're going to try and stop the hemorrhaging of runs, really.
You're right, because a bad third session as well now. They really are struggling in this game.
Baker into the left-handed Alassane. That one, again, he's causing some problems with that shot, and I think Alassane is all too comfortable with the ball angled at the ribs. He's managing to duck it so far, but just about clearing his back there.
He's testing his thighs out a little bit, and they get him to duck and get up.
He's young,
again.
mate. He's young.
Yeah, he'd be fine. 25.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's all right. No, he's played really nicely, but they've sort of cut his runs off here at the moment, haven't they, with a short pitch bowling? But Carlson is keeping things going at the other end.
I think these are the chats, obviously, like you talk about. You're going at tea, you know, you've got to be thinking, right, we obviously found a little chink here. He doesn't hook, he doesn't pull. No. So maybe that's got to be the way to go at someone like, you know, try and make him feel a bit uncomfortable, angle the ball in, maybe try some round the wicket as well.
So here's Felix Organ around the wicket still to Carlson, who works that into the gap square on the leg side, which is always in a fairly easy get-out shot for the right-hander when the off-spinner's bowling on this angle and nothing's happening. So 253 for one then, Glamorgan, and we are, where are we, 17 balls away from tea. Glamorgan with one batting bonus point in the bag. 253, that's as many as Hampshire have got all season so far. As forward is Hassan. Morgan into his 8th over here, none for 42, still going at 5 and over. It's got a man on the drive on the offside, that's Nick Gubbins. An extra cover. Though he's fairly deep there, really. That's past Gubbins. Oh, I say it's past Gubbins, that's a good diving stop to his left. The batters were committed to running. I suppose it would have been too much to hope Gubbins would have picked that up cleanly. There was never really a chance of that. He just saved 4 runs. Yeah,
good desperation there from Nick Gubbins. I think he's got to lead by example. Keep everyone going.
Diving by an old wicket as well there, Cubs. Needs to be careful. Yeah. That's gone fine. Carlson was initially looking for a single. Yeah, not ideal when you're diving around where he's fielding.
That's it, mate. Got to take one for the team when you're there at mid-wicket or extra cover on your wicket ends.
Morgan again then from the hotel end, still with this around the wicket attack to Carlson, who's forward. Now, far be it for me to top Kieran Carlson because he's a mightily fine player, but I wouldn't thought he's going to play too many extravagant shots between now and tea. I think he's too clever for that. I hope he proves me wrong, because it may just be a chink or a little opening that Hampshire might have, but I think he's too good a player. He's just worked into that gap square on the leg side.
Yeah, you get the sense he's eyeing up a big one here, isn't he?
Yeah.
Carlson, he's full of experience. He's been there, done it before, many a time. So you make up for those low scores early season, all those frustrating dismissals.
Yeah.
This is where you got to dip your bread.
It's never hit a double 100 in first class cricket. Are you right to carry on to tea?
Absolutely.
Nice
Mate.
to say 2 overs. And Rob's off to do a couple of other bits. Kevin James and Michael Carberry staying with you until the break. 2:55 for 1, then Glamorgan. Sonny Baker is going to continue. 14 overs, none for 46. 2 spells since lunch.
So Baker begins his run into the crease to Carlson, who drives that beautifully. Wow. Another scorching straight drive down the ground towards the hoardings at the other end. By the time Sonny Baker got down to field that one, it was already past him. And again, just strong forearms, wasn't it? Just a bunt down the ground.
Doesn't actually move his feet on those. It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's playing those straight drives from the crease.
I suppose with the pace of Baker, you're not going to really show him the spikes. But it shows he's got some good hands. As Baker comes in again, what's he going to reply be? And again, that's a nice delivery, good follow-up from Baker. And I think that's the maturity, I think Sonny Baker showed this year. He's been driven. He hasn't been put off and gone to the angry bouncer. He's gone straight back into length. Said, have another go if you want to drive me. I know this pitch hasn't got the pace, so I'm not going to try to be too clever. I think that's certainly, we talked about the improvement, but for me, that's the maturity he's shown this season. So he comes in again to Carlson, bat raised. And that's a beautiful delivery again, that full of a length. Carlson stuck on the crease, as you said before. So you can tell they're a little bit wary of Baker's pace, as you'd imagine. He's getting the ball through, even on this sluggish pitch. When you see, again, feet nowhere, stuck on the crease. And that one just leaving the right-hander. But where's the slip?
Well,
Ben Brown, where's the slip? You've got your best bowler on. What are you doing? Get the slip in.
I don't know, 2:59 for 1.
Absolutely, this is your time. Last over before tea.
True.
Baker comes in again. Again, Carlson driving that one up. Just scurries a single. That shouldn't really have been a single there. He's can cool his jets down the other end. The last 2 balls, you would hope, before tea. Over to you, the youngster. That's experience right there, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Just before tea.
Absolutely.
What do you reckon this will be?
Let me guess.
He's faced a few short ones from Sonny Baker.
Let's just say he won't be needing a mid-on, which I can't believe he's still got one in.
Maybe it's double bluff time.
Hopefully not. As Baker comes round the wicket this time, angles one into Hassan. That one was fuller. Maybe it was the double bluff.
Yeah. Still played it well though, didn't he? I mean, he's had a few short ones in the last 10 or 15 minutes, and to be fair to him, his defences there were as rock solid as they've been throughout his innings.
Yeah, he's played very well. He stuck to his way of playing. He hasn't got overawed by the more extravagant shot players. He's stayed in his lane. He's going along nicely. This will be perfectly fine from Glamorgan, I feel. As Baker comes in for the last ball before tea into Hassan, who tries to tuck that one away, and that's the end of the over.
One more.
Here's one more.
Yeah, 33.
Yeah, absolutely. Should have known that.
No, mate, it's fine.
260 for 1.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know you never worried about anything else on the scoreboard other than what was next to your name.
True, mate.
You blocked everything else out.
That's your currency, mate. Runs.
Carberry 100 or Carberry 50 odd, and everything else was a blur, I'm sure, on the board.
Absolutely. Runs is your currency, my friend. You don't bowl, you got to make runs.
So 260 for 1 then, and Felix Organ will bowl the last delivery before the break.
Right, come on, Felix.
Yeah.
Over the wicket, please.
It's not going to happen. Well, not now. Not yet, anyway. Bowling to Carlson, who's on 111. And it's on the leg stump, and it wraps him on the pad, and there's no run. Carlson was 4 not out at lunch, so he's hit 107 since the break. Morgan were 89 for 1 at lunch.
Yeah, it's been a well-paced innings, hasn't it? Just it's complemented, I think, Alassand's innings very well.
Yeah.
You know, he hasn't wasted time. He's scoring at a good rate.
Feels changed somewhat. We've got a mid-wicket in now and a backward a point. That was Mr. Carberry one.
I want cover up. Useless out there for me. Oh, he's coming over. Ooh.
Oh yes,
there we go.
Bowls. Carlson works that into the gap on the leg side. Well, it's worth a try. It's worth a try.
Absolutely.
261 for 1. Carlson moves on to 112 here at the Utilita Bowl. It's been a cloudy afternoon session after being a nice bright morning session with blue skies. No real threat of rain, we don't have to worry about that, but it's just being played under high cloudy skies. For this Hassan, look at that, bat and pad close together. Get past that.
So this should be the last ball now before the tea break.
3 more. Carls, what's
What's going
happening
on
to you?
there? I need a cup of tea.
Carls,
Can tell, innit?
you need to lie down. Here comes Felix Organ again. Oh, Sands gets cramped up there a little bit on the back foot. I'm a little bit worried for you, Carbs, at the moment.
I'm back.
He's good.
Just need to plug me back in.
Yeah, he's back in the room.
Come on, just sliding on.
Yeah, it did a bit.
Watch that very well. Understand?
It's got a slip in, though. It's Organ. Hassan is forward. He's definitely playing for tea.
Get someone under his nose.
Yep.
For me, cover up. Get someone under the lid. Even if it is for 1 or 2 balls.
Yeah, it's
Just
not going to
one
happen,
ball.
is it? Playing for tea, both sides here. Morgan then in, and bowls, cut away through the offside. There is a man out deep, that's Fletcher Middleton. He'll pick that up cleanly, and that will be the tea break. And a second session of the game, which has belonged to the visiting side. I've written absolutely nothing down between lunch and tea, which means that's a good session for Glamorgan, having gone from 89 for 1 to 262 for 1. Al Hassan, who was, what was he, 34 not out at lunch, he's now 87 not out. Kieran Carlson, I mentioned earlier, 4 not out, he's 112 not out. Yeah, I think Hampshire have got to find something here, Cubs.
Yeah, they have to. Yeah, the tea break is going to be crucial for them. I think they've got to go in and have a little bit of a chat about plans going forward, how they're going to try and break this open, what combination they're going to go with. Dare I say it, they've got to start thinking tactically some better plans if they're going to stay in this game at the moment. It's very gradually drifting away from them.
And don't forget, Hampshire put them in at 10:30 this morning. Just that 1 wicket for Kyle Abbott this morning, ace of tribe. Abbott has bowled 14 overs, 1 for 47. We'll take a quick break for tea. We'll join you again in just under 20 minutes.
Captain Ben Brown won the toss, putting Glamorgan, and they have progressed to 262 for 1. A 16th first-class century for the captain Kieran Carlson after Asa Tribe was dismissed for 45, the only wicket to fall today. That happened just before lunch, and since then Carlson, who is 112 not out, and Zain ul Hassan, who's 87 not out, have put on a really good second wicket stand of 183, and it's 262 for 1. Alongside me, former Hampshire player Michael Carberry. It's been impressive, and Hampshire have got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, too right, Rob. It's very well put. It's very much an uphill climb at the moment for Hampshire, but they've had 15-20 minutes off, so time to refresh, time to realign the goals. Let's see what plans they've come up with as Abbott starts things after tea to Zain Al-Hassan, that's a nice delivery to start with. That's where they've got to be now. I think if they've had a chat in the dressing room, you hope the bowling coach has said to them, look, we just got to simplify the plan here. It's a good wicket, we know, but there is still something in it just from that first ball. There is that one or two deliveries in it. We just have to be patient. I think that's what's Hampshire bowlers have lacked, is just a little bit of patience at times. But take nothing away from Glamorgan as Abbott comes in again. So Hassan played that nicely on the offside. And I think Glamorgan have been outstanding, I've got to be honest. I think this partnership, and Asa Tribe, he played his part as well. I think they've been very, very good today.
Well, it was their best opening wicket stand this season so far, and it's laid the platform. What happens in a cricket dressing room when you get to tea on a day like this? Are words exchanged, or is it too early for that, and do they leave it to the end of play? Come back to that.
As Abbott comes in, that's a nice leave just on the off stump. Well, I think personally, if I was still, I can't speak for now. Dressing rooms have changed a lot since my time, but I know the characters we had within our dressing room was a very tough dressing room. We had some tough characters, and absolutely words would have been said. I know certainly under Shane Warne's captaincy here, there's no way Shane Warne will allow games to meander in the way, some stern words would have been had, for sure. As Abbott comes in again to Al-Hassan, who plays that off.
He might have put himself on.
Well, that's what made him a great captain.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've got to recognise when your team have just dropped some levels, just in the intensity, I think, and tactically, I think just where things have unravelled a little bit for Hampshire. And I've seen this not just in this game; it's been since last year, really. I think they've run out of ideas almost. Games have drifted along. As Abbott comes in again to Hassan, who's nicely forward.
But it's the old thing as well, isn't it? One wicket can lead to two, and it can change by stumps tonight.
Yeah.
It's a good platform, let's not get away from it. 262 already. But anything can happen. It's not been a great deal in the pitch, you've got to say. But there's enough there.
Yeah, I think there's enough to keep you interested if you bowl well. As Abbott comes in again. It's not a pitch. You looked at this pitch this morning and we thought, oh my God, this could be, 80 all out almost. And you could see from the first over, we all thought, it's quite nice to bat on. But is that more a reflection of how Hampshire have bowled and the way Glamorgan have batted, I would say. They've been solid. I just don't feel Hampshire have bowled with the
maybe not bowled to the pitch.
Yeah, I think they've been too impatient. There's been too many 4 balls and over for me.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a collection of maidens in clusters where Carlson, Al-Hassan have really had to work hard, fight for those runs. You've seen it in patches, but at this
some
level,
of the short stuffers, they've had to duck out of. There's been 1 or 2. That was a maiden just now, but not particularly threatening maiden. So we've got Felix Organ, the off spinner, over the wicket to Kieran Carlson from the hotel end.
Like this example is a perfect example of what I'm saying about Hampshire at the moment. You've just had a break for 15 minutes. Carlson Alassane have been away from the crease.
As Organ goes in again, and straight back down the pitch by Carlson.
For me, even if it's a couple of balls in the first over, going back out there after a break, you've got to attack. Yeah, I want to see someone under the lid. I want to see cover up. I want to see some pressure. I want to see an intent to get wickets, not sitting back.
Carlson doesn't sit back, takes a couple of strides down the pitch, drives it, doesn't get it too much meat on it, but it goes through for one. He moves to 113, and Zainul Hassan is looking for his first century, his maiden century, and he's on 87 in 212 balls. Carlson, of course, went in first wicket down. He's only faced 112 for his 113, so he's got on with it, Kieran Carlson, but he'll be delighted the way Hassan is playing. That's flicked behind it. It was a poor ball, actually, and it was flicked away over his left shoulder. Al Hassan for 4 runs. He moves into the nervous 90s, 91 now, and the score to 267 for 1. That was a long hop, wasn't it?
That deserved to go to the fence. Yeah, I mean, even to the left-hander, I mean, this is a perfect scenario for the right-arm off-spinner. You've got deep cover back. For me, of the 2 batters, Alassane is going to play at 1 pace.
Morgan bowls again. Alassane cuts him through the offside. They settle for 1. He moves to 92, 268 for 1. And I can't help thinking, given that Organ didn't threaten too much, should be pace at both ends, shouldn't it, from start after tea?
I mean,
you've been away from the crease for 20 minutes, as you said.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Absolutely.
Organ bowls again. Carlson, straight defence, no run. 6 from that over, 268 for 1.
I mean, if I was to get in the head of Ben Brown here, I'm thinking he's probably thinking he's hopeful that Felix Organ at this end can hold up and then give his fast men a blast from the other end. But I think you still got to back Felix Organ to get some wicket. As I said, you've just had a break for 15-20 minutes. The batters have been away from the crease. Your concentration's broken. For me, that's a time to attack, not over-attack, because it isn't it's not a raging Bunsen.
No.
As Abbott comes into bowl to Alassane. But certainly, I want to see someone under the lid. I want to see some pressure. There's no actual deep point being out, and you're not putting any pressure on the batters. You don't want these guys playing their way to a score for the next 20 minutes. You're going to be back to square one, as you were just before the break, for me. I just need to see them jump. This is a time, again, to jump on Glamorgan. Like you say, you get 1, you could possibly get 2. Suddenly it's a different day.
Complexion, yeah.
Different day. As Abbott, again, homing in on that front pad and playing that one nicely up the ground. You can see here with the field Abbott's got, he's fairly attacking without over-attacking. There isn't much in the way of swing and seam movement. But even himself, I would like to see him maybe try some over the wicket. I've been crying out for this since the beginning of day's play. He's primarily gone round the wicket all day. He comes in again round the wicket and that's a great bumper. That's a beauty. He's got a scramble. He's just about made it.
And he was glad to get to the other end.
But where's the short leg?
Yeah.
Where's the attacking option?
He put a lot into that. You can see Abbott. He's taking his time walking back to his mark now. Kieran Carlson.
Yeah, he's bowled a few good short ones today, Kyle Abbott.
He took the only wicket of Asa Tribe.
So he comes in again to Carson. That's a beautiful shot. Just again lent on it through extra cover, and that's going to be another boundary. 4 through extra cover, beating the despairing dive from Nick Gubbins. That was a lovely shot.
As I said, he's a very busy batsman, Kieran Carlson.
Very well organised player as well.
Yeah, and you'll see in the field that everything is done at a pace.
Yeah. So what can Abbott reply be here? Comes in past the umpire. And that's wrapped the pads. That's a big appeal. He might have just got some wood on that one, I feel. But that's good from Abbott. Good reply. In on that fuller length. Challenging. Just probably going down, I think.
Yeah, down leg.
Yeah.
He's a Cardiff boy, Kieran Carlson. Very proud of his Glamorgan roots. Went to Cardiff Met.
Yeah, looks a good player. So Abbott comes in again. And that one a little bit shorter in length outside off stump.
He's putting some effort into this, Abbott, isn't he? He's doing what his captain would want.
Yeah, I think he recognises that this is an important phase, important hour for Hampshire. If you know, they let things slip here, they're going to be massively behind in this game and really having to fight hard to save the game. So he's got to, as he's been for the last couple of years, he's been the go-to man for Hampshire. But you kind of feel at this stage others need to step up around him.
And it's up to Felix Organ now from this end. None for 52 off 11. Facing the left-hander is Zainul Hassan, 93 not out. New territory for him. As Organ bowls. The ball trickles under his bat, but no danger to the stumps. Holds the pose, watches the ball carefully just in case. As Organ bowls again, Hassan tips that into the covers. There's a long-range conversation going on.
Chewing the fat with me old mucker. Yeah, it's just very odd at the moment.
Organ bowls. Sweet enough looking dry, but straight to cover. No run. 273 for 1. Don't forget you can get hold of us at Glamorgan Cricket at bbc.co.uk, or Organ comes in again. Al Hassan cuts that straight to point.
Oh, you'd have felt he missed the one there.
Well, yeah, it was
where the butterflies
inviting,
start
wasn't
kicking
it?
in, isn't it?
Yeah.
your first championship ton.
Yeah.
Oh, those nerves start jangling.
Do you remember?
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
Organ bowls again. Picture book, textbook.
It's almost
defensive.
weird when you come to your first ton. Seemingly everything goes swimmingly up to about 90s, and then you start getting either all the good deliveries for a period, and then the bad deliveries suddenly start hitting fielders.
Yeah. Organ bowls. Hassan shot on the onside, no run. That was a maiden over from Felix Organ. He'll feel better about that. Ul Hassan is just thinking, look, 7 runs came to me easy at 11 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
What's the difference at 4 o'clock?
Now they're building the wall, Hampshire, aren't they?
Yeah.
Can't seemingly find the gap.
And that's an opportunity for them, isn't it?
Which is why we're saying, you've got to get the field right, especially, you've got to pick one of these two. You'd say Carlson has definitely been the more fluent of the two.
He's just had a chat with him there, hasn't he? Mid-over.
I mean, that position there, Kyle Abbott, he's almost got, it's almost a 50 over field, really, for the reverse sweep. As Abbott comes into Carlson, who's nicely behind it. If I was able to send a message down to Felix Organ, say, well, think about those 2 men behind point. Do you really need them? Could you utilise them better somewhere else? Try and, say, put some pressure on Alassane, force him into a panic shot, really.
Ian Evans says, really pleased with our progress today. Really hope Zayn will get a long-awaited ton.
As Abbott comes in and it's again driving up the ground. Abbott getting a hand to that one. There's going to be a scramble single.
He goes on to say, also, can I say that it's so good to hear Michael's analysis of the play. He was and still is a player who I always enjoyed watching. Go MC and come on the daffodils. There you go, that was from Ian Evans. Family?
Absolutely. I'll send me invoice in the post. Thanks for it. That was very nice to hear that.
Yeah,
Glad I entertained.
really enjoyed it. And I've learned plenty today, so thank you.
No, pleasure. Zabot comes in again to Alassane. Another good delivery. Just building something quietly here, Kyle Abbott, as he does. He's done this time and time again. It's just playing on the mind of this young man. Trying to think that far back to my first championship ton. The nerves.
Where was it?
I think it was again Gloucester at Bristol.
All right.
I think, for Kent potentially. I think I just moved to Kent. Kind of in again. I think it took me my second season to do it. I think I missed out. I think I got close a few times my first season. Almost got there against my old club Surrey.
All right.
Got 96, and got a little bit ambitious to Adam Hollyoak, who be if he's tuning in, listening. But yeah, took me a couple of years, but finally got there. Because then it's like riding a bike. You've done it once, you do it again.
Well, that's the plan.
Yeah. But now over the wicket, and that's a beauty. That's what we've been calling for all day. Different line. That one offering to shake back, but didn't. A little bit of extra bounce. That was a beauty. That's where he's got to be, Kyle
Well
Abbott.
to avoid that one, actually.
Absolutely.
Zainul Hassan.
You think
Had he got out, he could have said, well, there's not much I could do about that one.
almost helps being on 93.
Yes.
Spent 226 balls at the crease. Zabot comes in again. Can he hit that same area? This one negotiated a little bit better by Zain Alassane.
Well, you would say he's probably got the right partner, because Carlson is not afraid to take a quick single, as we've seen. He's the captain. He's got a ton under his belt already today. Just do what I do, son.
Yeah, it's just keeping your
But,
younger partner calm, I guess. Just trying to keep his thought processes and mind very much just do what you've done for 220 odd balls. I know it's easier said than done from the other end, but it's just trying to, more important, just trying to keep the young man calm, really, and tell him, look, that bad ball will come along. Don't go searching.
Carlson waits for Organ, takes a couple of steps down the pitch and drives to mid-on, takes the one run. 119 he goes to. Glamorgan 275 for one. Well, Hassan waits for the off spinner going around the wicket. From this end, the hotel end, and he sweeps that away for one in the offside. Edging closer, 94 now from 228 deliveries.
I think you're getting nervous for him. Isn't it?
I am
Look at the
actually,
hands
yeah.
are going.
I don't know why I'm getting nervous. I get paid the same whether they win or lose. Organ into Carlson. And that's clipped up to mid-on, who trots across to his right a few yards. Gives Ul Hassan the strike again. Carlson moves to 120. Glamorgan 277 for one. Now the field comes in.
Yeah,
the
liking
boundary
this now.
rider comes in.
I'm liking this now. Cover up.
Yeah. As Organ bowls, Ul Hassan plays it back to the bowler. So he's got a deep point. He's got a mid-off high, mid-on high cover, short cover. And he waits for that one down the leg side, clips it behind him, swept that down to the man at fine leg, just gets the one to Zainul Hassan. He's doing it in singles at the moment, but he's up to 95.
Edging ever closer. You always feel better. 96, you feel a little bit better because you know it's just
You
that
think one
one
bad
boundary.
shot away.
that one boundary away.
Organ bowls to Carlson.
95 still feels a long way. You still feel you need one more shot.
Yeah. Well, he's going to be on strike for the next over. Come on, Zane, and my hands are sweating up, and there'll be plenty of Glamorgan supporters willing him on, I'm sure.
Absolutely, he's played very well. Proper openers, not this. Shows a lot of concentration as well. 200 and what's been out there now, 230 balls,
Yeah.
no less. So England selectors, if you're looking for someone to bat, you know, just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying. You know.
Asa Tribe says, calm it down. Calm
Sorry,
it down.
Asa. Sorry, Asa, son. But well, you go flashing at wide ones, mate.
Well,
you know,
yeah.
that's what happens.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see. It's not often you see this. Players batting 200 odd balls for 100.
No, you're right.
As, Scott Curry comes in from the pavilion end. Loping run into, and that one just beats the outside edge.
Why did I? Ian Holmes just sent a message on X. It was 16 minutes ago, actually. 8 to go. So I think he means he had 8 to go there, and it's he hasn't got much further since. Oh, Glammy Glammy podcast say, getting nervous now. Exclamation mark. Aren't we all?
Yeah. Scott Curry comes in again. Pavilion end to Alisson, who drives that one. Much more assured shot. Up the ground for no run. Yeah, I'm liking this approach, this attack now from the Hampshire bowlers, coming over the wicket now to the left-hander, using their angle, giving themselves those opportunities to get wickets. Can still attack the pads, the off stump, the outside edge. It's just, there's enough there. We've seen the odd ball nip off the seam. It's Curry's natural angle as he comes into the left-hander, pushes that one across, and that one again flashes outside off stump. You can feel the nerves. It's just building here for Alisson.
See, even you're starting to feel it now, aren't you?
I'm feeling
Those
it
days are gone. You haven't had this feeling for ages.
I haven't. I can relate to the young man. Obviously, it'd be a lovely moment for him to get over the line. But
got to get there first.
Get there first, I'm afraid.
Don't worry.
No free lunches in this game.
25 overs to go tonight.
Absolutely. As Curry comes in again, pushes that one across. Good pace that from Scott Curry. No free lunches in professional cricket,
no.
I'm afraid. You've got to earn your runs. This is good from Curry. Yeah, building. He's taken the baton on here from Abbott.
Well, every dot ball adds to the nerves, doesn't it?
It does.
When Ul Hassan is on strike.
Yeah, and also, you know, buys Hampshire back some time as well. You know, takes some time out of the game. They can build some maidens as Curry comes in again, and that one pushed across. Hassan leaves that one alone. What would he be thinking now?
Zain Ul Hassan.
Yeah.
Do I try and sweep away the next one?
Stay leg side and carve.
Yeah. But I think Kieran Carlson will be a calming influence. Say, look, just play as you've been playing.
Absolutely.
It's just that every ball has a dagger with it at the moment, doesn't it?
Yeah. As Curry comes in again for the last ball, the over, and that's short. Sways the knees out the way, gently let that go past with that one. Enter Kev James.
Oh, this partnership keeps going and going and going, doesn't it, Rob? 199 they've put on.
Yes, they've done really well. But of course, all eyes are on the left-hander. Kieran Carlson quite happy to play his part at the other end, more than play his part, with a century already on the board. But you've been hearing just how nervy it can get for his partner. As Organ goes in from this end, Carlson half trotted down, and there's a very straight short mid-on now, who is not far off where the non-striker would be, almost on the side of the pitch for the off-spinner. And Carlson whips that away square. It's going to be cut off before it gets to the boundary, and they just take the one. So Ul Hassan back on strike, and that is the 200 partnership between these two. Zainul Hassan 66, Kieran Carlson 121. He's taken 284 balls in 185 minutes. And 200 partnership, they've still got to go for Glamorgan's highest second wicket partnership. That was Eddie Byram, not playing in this game, and Colin Ingram, 280 against Sussex in Cardiff. As organ bowler Ul Hassan, all eyes on him on 95.
That must have been fairly recently, that one. Eddie Byram?
Yeah, 2020. I've got 2002, but I don't think that can be right. So I must have written it down wrongly.
Oh, maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think Eddie...
Yeah,
Eddie
2022. There we are,
22,
2022.
so.
My fault. Ul Hassan waits for Felix Organ. His 14th over, none for 57. Ul Hassan clips it leg side, behind square for 1. Now he's within a boundary of his 100 on 96, but he hasn't got the strike.
Well, I hope he does get it, because I think he's deserved it. Thoroughly deserved it.
I'll be spot for choice for someone to talk to at the end. Morgan goes into Carlson, clips that behind screen. That's a lovely shot, fine down the leg side. It's a stop before it gets to the boundary. They're going to run through for 3. Carlson goes to 124 and Glamorgan to 283 for 1. It's the end of the over.
It's a great position. I know we've said it many, many times, but it is. It's beyond, for me, it's beyond expectations of what Glamorgan could have hoped for at the start of the day. It's a situation I don't think that too many people would have predicted.
No.
I think it's been a combination of some wonderful batting, really has, some very disciplined batting. But I think on the...
Not great Hampshire bowling here.
Well, I think it's not quite been on it.
No.
If I'm honest, not quite. It's not been far off, but that can often make a difference. Here's Scott Curry from the pavilion end into Carlson. Carlson just tries to work that on the onside, doesn't really time it. It's 124. Captain joining in the batting show here. Poor old Ace of Tribe after being out on 45 must feel he's missed out. I think there was a time this morning where you thought, yeah, 45, I think you've got to be happy with that, but blimey.
It's all in perspective now, isn't it?
It certainly is. And there's still bits in this pitch for the bowlers, even in the 73rd over. That's maybe a slight worrying side for Hampshire, way outside off stump.
Well, as ever, we never quite know how good a score is until the other side goes in, but Michael Carberry said 400 at lunch would be what he thought on this wicket.
Yeah, I think, that's, for me,
There's a
that's
fair bit of
top
batting
end.
to come, Colin Ingram.
Well, there is, and if the bowling starts tiring,
See what happens tomorrow as well, but there's still 20 odd overs tonight.
Here's Curry again. He's still got the slip in. Oh, that's a great flick on the leg side. It's going just over Felix Organ's head, and it's gone for 6. I think that's gone about 6 or 7 rows back. Yeah, somebody's just picked it up 2 rows from the back of the seats there, so about 6, 7 rows back.
It was effortless as well.
Just a flick. He played one great flick earlier, didn't he? It went further. But that's well, that's a wonderful shot. That 130 he moves on to 289 for 1 now. Glamorgan. There's Curry's in again. It's a drive into the gap in the covers. There is a sweeper, so it's just a single. 290 for 1. It is a short boundary side. It has to be emphasised. Away to our left, perhaps on the other side of the ground, to the west side. That might have got him in trouble, but it was more than enough. The 50-yard boundary we have to that eastern side of the ground. Sunshine back out. We didn't have any or much of it this afternoon.
It's quite cloudy overhead, wasn't it, this afternoon?
Just starting to break up a little bit. So Sam leaves that one alone. That's good carry. through to Ben Brown. So the second new ball will be due in 7 overs after this.
Oh, Hassan is watching Carlson making light of it, flicking shots over the leg side for 6.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't feel, I mean, you've seen him more than I have, it doesn't feel as though that's Hassan's game, but it doesn't need to be opening the innings.
No.
His game is about batting long and protecting the players down the order, and he's done more than that. Length ball played back to the bowler, end of the over. Curry's completed 15 overs, none for 67, and Glamorgan in a great position. So we have 23 overs left in the day's play. And Felix Organ, I'm sure, will carry on. Yes, he will. He's well, he was going for 5 and over a little earlier. He's now brought that down to 4.5 and over. But Hampshire are missing Liam Dawson. I'm finding out more and more, actually, about that situation. And I think some of that's me, as it always is. I was out all day yesterday. I mean, literally all day, not really concentrating on anything. Certainly not anything cricket. Here's Felix Organ, and that's hit away off the back foot through the covers by Carlson. 291 for 1. And I hadn't even noticed that he wasn't even in the squad for this game, so there you are. Oh dear. And but as I say, I sort of did get told the team before the toss, and he wasn't mentioned, so I just thought, oh, okay, he's playing. So apologies everybody for the confusion at the start from me. Abbott throws the stumps down at mid-off, tries to anyway. Quick single to Hassan, edges him ever closer to those 3 figures. He's now 97, and I'm sure there's a lot of excitement at the moment and anticipation across the Severn Bridge as to what might happen in these next few minutes or so. There's a lovely late cut shot and a great stop at backward of point. That saved 4 runs. Carlson remains on 132. Felix Organ with a man on the drive. That's Nick Gubbins, who's on very straight. He's brought Hassan wider at non-strikers end. Carlson uses his feet, drives out to deep cover, brings Hassan on strike. Now there is 2 balls left of this over. Field comes in now for Hassan, just trying to squeeze him for these few runs that he needs. Leaves that one alone outside the off stump. I should imagine he's very nervous out there. The 25-year-old, I mentioned earlier, his figures aren't great, but it's only his 15th. Sorry, it's his 32nd first-class match. He drives and misses there. Had a little swipe at that one. Ball just bounced a little bit on him, goes over the top of the top edge. There's the end of the over. He's still there. 293 for 1. And Felix Organ now has completed 15 overs, none for 64. Hassan's top score, just to repeat before today, was 69. And also, I will repeat, before Ace of Tribe fell to Kyle Abbott on 79 for 1, Al Hassan was caught in the slips off Curry when he made 29, but it was a no ball. Looks a little expensive. Here is the said Curry, bowls to Kieran Carlson, and he leaves that one alone extravagantly, a bit like Steve Smith, that one. Where he sort of waves the bat and it goes up in the air after the ball goes past him. So we're into the 75th over of this Glamorgan first innings, having been put into bat this morning. I think it's pretty obvious to say it doesn't look a great decision now, but everything's great in hindsight. And there are just under 22 overs left in the day, and we're just past 5 o'clock here at the Utilita Bowl as Curry comes in. Carlson drives, doesn't really time that one. Again, it's one of those drives where he doesn't really move his feet, just hits through the line, but didn't quite come out of the middle of the bat. Goes out to Gubbins in the covers. Still got the slip in Curry though, that's Toby Albert. A tough day for Hampshire. A good one for Glamorgan. won the first 2 sessions, and they're on their way to winning the last session as well here on day 1 as Curry's in again. Oh, he tries to flick again over the leg side, misses it this time. Carlson gets wrapped on the pad. Clearly loves that flick shot when the ball's fairly straight. First one he's missed out actually, only his 3rd attempt at one of those. The previous 2 went for 6. 133 from just 134 balls. Kieran Carlson followed up his 100 in this game with his 95 in the last game. That's a short ball, wraps him on the glove, does well to keep it down. Made 95 in the Glamorgan first innings of 440 all out in their last game against Leicestershire. Down at headquarters, Sean Dixon made 90 in that, he's yet to come in. The dangerous Colin Ingram is still to come in. Chris Cook, even at 39 years of age, is still a more than capable batter. Keeps wicket as well. Forgot to mention Colin Ingram, he's 40 now. He is a very dangerous player. He'll be relishing coming in with Hampshire bowlers. Now there's a quick single there as a throw comes in actually at Ben Brown's end at mid-on. Misses the stumps. Brown does well to scramble around to pick the throw up. And the total moves on to 294 for 1. And Ul Hassan on 97 not out. Has 1 ball left of this over. Can he make this ball count? Or will he have to wait a little longer? Still a deep square leg and a fine leg out, and a 3rd man. As Curry's in, he's cut that away. Oh, it's gone down to 3rd man. Straight down to 3rd man. He will keep the strike though. And he moves on to 98. And Glamorgan at 295 for 1, comfortably in the driving seat here against the home side. I haven't really mentioned other games going on today. I know Rob Phillips has a little bit. Let's quickly mention them while we wait for the start of the next over. Nottinghamshire 321 for 2 against Leicestershire. Ben Slater 144 not out there. Ben Duckett made 77. Yorkshire were bowled out for 162 against Somerset, and Somerset in reply are 90 for 3. Young Josh Thomas is 61 not out. Here's Felix Organ around the wicket to Hassan, who drives. Oh, it's a good diving stop and extra cover. They'll have to hurry through for a single. They're taking this single anyway. Sonny Baker picking up the deflection from Nick Gubbins, but Hassan inching his way to 3 figures. He's now 99 not out. Sussex 316 for 8 against Surrey. Partnership there as Carlson gets a single out into the covers. A partnership there between who is it? Carlson and Robinson for Sussex. Ollie Robinson and Jack Carlson going along nicely there. With Carlson 90 not out, Ollie Robinson is 79 not out. I think you should do this, Rob.
Yeah, Organ into Ul Hassan. He's the inch through the 90s. He's on 99 not out. Kieran Carlson 134. Glamorgan 297 for 1. Can Zain Ul Hassan claim his maiden century? He steps forward, he drives, and it goes past the bowler's stumps, but mid-on moves to his right to collect. So he has to wait another ball. The last 2 balls of the off-spinner Organ's over to come. Ul Hassan, the left-hander, straight defensive shot, smothers any what little spin there has been. So he's got 1 more ball this over. There's a slip in case he should have a mishap. The fielder in close too. They know how big this is for him. Sweeps it, drives it, half stopped, but Zain Ul Hassan jogs through for his first class ton, his maiden century in 250 balls. He opened the innings with Asa Tribe. He's got his captain alongside, takes off his helmet, gloves drop to the ground, helmet and bat risen aloft in triumph, and then a big hug with his skipper Kieran Carlson. What a moment for Zain ul Hassan. And Glamorgan 298 for 1.
Just sank to his knees and kissed the turf.
Yeah, he's born in Islamabad, was Zain ul Hassan. And he's worked really hard for that. Remember, Glamorgan lost Acer Tribe this morning just before lunch. 89 for 1 they were then. It's now a partnership of more than 200. And Zain ul Hassan, he's taken his time to get there, but my word, what a big innings this is for the opener.
That'll be a great feeling, his first one. Great relief as well in his 32nd first-class match, blown his previous best out of the water. Now, it'll be interesting to see the reaction to his 100. Has he got relief? Is he just going to give it away? Tries to find room there. Tom Prest is the new bowler with his off-spin, bowling his first overs of this innings with the new ball 4 overs away. Probably get a couple of overs in before Hampshire take the ball for a second time, the new one. Tries to cut that away. Already it looks like he's trying to open his shoulders a little bit.
It's the relief, isn't it?
Oh, 100%.
It's the relief.
Ooh,
A weight off his shoulders. The first one as well. You know, Michael Carberry explained it brilliantly, didn't he? What happens, how suddenly every ball has venom in it.
Yeah.
When you're in the 90s, I wouldn't know, I've never been in that position, but
he's worked hard, certainly the last 10 or 15 runs for that, as Prest bowls over the wicket to Carlson. Watchfully plays that back to the bowler. Yeah, just be interesting to see how he plays from now on, because it would be very easy, and I don't think anybody would blame him if he just starts to play a few shots and you think, okay. But it'd be interesting to see what he does, because if he does knuckle down again, there's more runs here for him, but they'll have to negotiate the second new ball first, as that's played out to deep square leg. 300 up for Glamorgan. Bonus points still on offer here. We're only in the 77th over.
yeah.
A good day to bat. Prest bowls, just turns that away on the leg side. Hassan moves on to 102. Conventionally played. Yes, I wouldn't say they've quite beaten Hampshire into submission, but they are certainly well on top. That's nicely played by Carlson, just working the ball square on the offside, giving himself the angle. He'll keep the strike. 302 for 1.
He's played a very effective innings, hasn't he, Kieran Carlson? The century says it all, but 137 in only 140 balls. I can't help thinking he was the right one to be there with ul Hassan when he was understandably nervous in those when he got to the 90s. But Kieran Carlson, fairly chirpy character, probably calmed him down a little and has helped put the accelerator on a little, just pushed, got to grips with the pitch. He's trying to make Hampshire suffer more. Flick that behind him down the leg side. He's done that a lot to the spinners. Carlson trots through for 2. Current partnership now 223 runs. As Carlson waits for Organ from this end, takes a couple of steps down the wicket to drive that through mid-wicket, but straight to the bowler. Two balls left of this over. Organ goes in, Carlson cuts that, square drive, jogs through for 1. 139 now, 305, 140, sorry, and 305 for 1. As Zain ul Hassan waits, and Slashes that to the cover, but straight to the fieldsman. As Michael Carberry waits to come in, having seen Zainul Hassan claim his first century, big moment for him, and it'll be Kevin James and Michael Carberry from.
So Organ just about to complete 17 overs, none for 70. There's been nothing in this pitch for him, but hasn't really been able to exert any pressure. What a lovely shot through mid-off, past the diving Kyle Abbott. Beautiful shot. And the total at the end of that over moves on to 309 for 1, Michael Carberry.
Hello, Kev. Yeah, threaded the eye of a needle there. It's amazing. You get to that magical free first century, and then suddenly the hands free up. Yeah, very nice moment for Zainul Hassan. You hope that's first of many.
Yeah, it almost feels like 3 runs on offer, isn't it? After that big monkey is off your back.
Absolutely. As Tom Press comes in with his off spin from the pavilion end to Carlson, who plays a short but length delivery, rocks back on the back foot, and again punches it up the ground. All too very easy at the moment. Cruises to 141, 144 deliveries. It's been an amazing strike rate. So he comes in again. I've just been asked a question here by David Lewin Davies. Hope I got that right. I'm 85, supporting Glamorgan since 1948. Blimey, that's a shift. So Press gets that one to just turn. First game was Glamorgan versus Australia in 1948. Who I thought was a super player. Thank you very much, sir. Did I play for Spencer in the Surrey Eve Championship division? The answer to your question, sir, yes, I did. I played 2 games for Spencer, and I got 100 in both games. Just thought I'd let you know.
Well played.
Yeah, well, you've got to do something. It pressure's on when you get brought in, isn't it?
Well played.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, it was very kind of them to. I think I was coming back from an injury or something, or needed some red ball cricket, because we were playing quite an extensive block of 2020, so I just needed some time in the middle. But yeah, it was good to get some runs. As Tom Press comes in to Alassane, who cuts that ball away for another single to end another over from Press. So far nice and tidy, just gone for the 7 runs off his 2 overs. Alassane moves to 107 off 261 balls. Serious effort, concentration.
For sure. Rather randomly, in 1948, I've just picked out the Glamorgan side in a game against Somerset at Rodney Parade in Newport. Isn't Rodney Parade where the football team play? Yeah. Is it, so it's a different ground? Same ground? Used to be a group and a football. Okay. Right, so the Glamorgan side of 1948, in this particular game, there was David Davies who opened the batting, didn't get too many in that game. Phil Clift opened the batting with him. William Parkhouse as Felix Organ bowls, and someone just pushes that quietly out on the offside. Clift made 60 in that game, actually. There was a William Jones, Albert Watkins, some of these might mean something to some, Arthur Porter, as the sounds off the back foot finds extra cover. James Eaglestone, Wilfred Wooler was the captain, Bernard Munzer, the keeper was Thomas Rippon, and Norman Hever completed that side. There we are. So the guy that emailed in earlier, hopefully those names might ring a bell. Let's play back to the bowler. Absolutely. That's a long time ago.
That is a long time ago.
Glamorgan won by 98 runs in that game, by the way, 3-day game.
That would have been uncovered pitches in those days.
Oh gosh, yeah, that would have been fun, wouldn't it? Did you ever play on uncovered pitches?
Yeah, club cricket.
Oh gosh, yeah,
club game. Yeah.
Probably that game for Spencer when you got 100.
It's probably.
Or Patty.
Got to wear a few early doors.
Yeah. Yes, they were never fun to bat on those.
Yeah.
Here's Felix Organ again. We've got probably the warmest part of the day, certainly in this commentary area. That's pulled away by Hassan. Short delivery, short boundary. Sure, that's gone for 6. Oh, it has. I've lost track of it, but the way Hassan hammered that away, it could only mean one thing.
Yeah, it's not the length to bowl Felix Organ to that short side. Anything into the pitch you feel is going to get dispatched repeatedly, and that's gone well over the seats. I think that might have even gone into the nursery ground over that side.
Oh, I think you're right. Somebody's gone back to the end of the bow. Maybe it's just hit the wooden fence. There was a wooden fence there. Oh, he's found it. Yeah, that's good news.
Usually we ask the crowd to keep it there, but I'm just playing, people. I'm just playing.
Well, we're not going to see too much more of this ball, I wouldn't have thought, because we're into the last ball of the 80th over, which means the second new ball will be due straight after this next delivery. Hassan moves on to 113, clearly enjoying himself out there right now. He probably enjoyed himself for most of the day, but now he's gone 3 figures. He's really having fun. That's a nice crisp drive down towards Sonny Baker at deep mid-off. So that's the end of Felix Organ's over. 18 overs, none for 81. And have a look at the umpires. What are they going to do? Looks like some drinks are coming on for the batters. So we're going to have a minute or two just to digest whether the second new ball will be taken or not. What's the umpires doing? No, they've seen more. Oh no, the new ball's been thrown to the umpire, who actually made a bit of a meal of that.
Yeah, what's going on with the catching, mate?
Ben Debenham, I didn't play first-class cricket. I think Mike Newell did. If it was Ben Debenham, that certainly shows why he didn't play. So, Hampshire are in a huddle. Not sure what more they can say right now, even probably a bit late.
Well, they've got to keep belief. I mean, the second new rock is going to be key for me. They've got to try and get a wicket, try and break this partnership, which is now standing at 239. Got to believe that they can break this open and try and get themselves back in this game somehow. If they can maybe get another maybe 2 wickets, 3 wickets tonight, I think it will soften some of the blow, perhaps. But you feel if these two go in at close, so you know, Hampshire are looking down the barrel here, I think. This is where you want to see some character amongst these young players, isn't it? As a new coach, you want to see who your soldiers are in the trenches. This is where you earn your salt as a first-class cricketer. When things are going against you, you've got to turn it around individually, but also as a team. You've got to pick your shoulders up, keep the chest high, keep fighting, keep pushing. You know, it can all change 1 or 2 deliveries, and it's a very different game, as we know.
Yeah, this is where you sort of look at your players now, don't you, as a coaching group, and say, right, who's going to stand up for this last hour and 10, hour and 15 minutes or so? Who's really going to say to me, do you know what, I know we've had a poor day, I know it hasn't gone our way, but I'm still here and I'm still fighting.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just having a brief chat there with my old teammate Liam Dawson. You know, obviously they're missing his experience on the field, but what I'm looking at, if I'm Russell Domingo here, is, you know, which of these younger players now are willing to take on the kind of mantra as senior player. You know, who's going to be that G-up guy? Come on, lads, we can do this. Come on, who's going to run about the field? Who's going to go and grab Kyle Abbott's jumper? You know, from extra cover to fine leg, help your mates out. You know, just those little things, a little bit of energy, urgency. You know, it's more the view that it gives to Glamorgan. If Glamorgan are seeing you sort of stroll through the overs, there's no real buzz, no intensity. You know, it doesn't paint a pretty picture. You always want to give that impression. Look, we're still engaged with what's going on. You know, batsmen can play well, but we're going to keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see as a coach.
Is it you? I think it's you.
I think it's me. Yeah,
it is you, mate.
Me and Kyle Abbott going to kick off from from the pavilion end. That, I believe the new ball has been taken. Am I right? Yep. So brand new conker. Let's see what he can do. He comes in round the wicket to Zain Al Hassan. And again, I'm a little bit surprised Kyler, but again with the new rock, he's choosing again to come round the wicket. I felt he looked really threatening with the older ball coming over the wicket for that 3 or 4 over spell he had, the little blast he had just before the new rock. I'm a little bit surprised he's not opted with that approach again. Seems to be a little bit life there.
Yeah, it's his default, isn't it? Which a lot of the bowlers are these days, aren't they? Left-hander come round the wicket. It's like it's like a switch. Just happens.
Now he's back over again now to the right-handed Carlson. 2 slips in place. Carlson's rocked back on the back foot. That's a nice punch off the back foot for no run. Yeah, I mean, look, that's fine, but I think over the course of the day, you would think, well, Zain Hassan has looked more than comfortable with balls round the wicket now for 270 balls. Is there not case in point now to try something different? See if we can force him to play balls in a different area. As Abbott comes in again to Carlson, who looks to punch it up the ground. Times it almost too well to mid-on, no run. You know, I still think he's a good enough bowler, Kyle Abbott, to get left-handers out from over the wicket. There was, believe it or not, you and I know, there was a spell where bowlers only bowled over the wicket to left-handers and got plenty of wickets.
Yeah. They always felt it was a left-hander's downfall, wasn't it? The ball coming over the wicket, didn't they? You know.
Well, you've always got to think about playing the delivery, haven't you? He comes in again to... Well, that's a lovely delivery. A bit of an odd stroke there from Carlson.
Wasn't it?
A little bit of a... Almost looked to give himself room to dab it down to third man. I'm not sure why he needs to do that at this stage. Yeah,
lazy
odd.
shot.
Yeah, very odd. Don't want to get out in that fashion, having played so well. But yeah, just the angle coming in to you as a left-hander and the ability to take it away as well. I think you've got to utilise that. Kyle Abbott comes in again to Carlson again. Pretty odd stroke. He's just lost a little bit of concentration here, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's lost a bit of shape as well, hasn't he? That was a lot of bottom hand in there.
Yeah. Just needs to have a little bit of a talk to himself here. I think, again, this is an important phase now for Glamorgan. You don't want to unravel all your good work. I think you see off Abbott here, maybe a bit from Sonny Baker, you feel your quid's in here. I think if you play it smart. Abbott, can he get something in for Hampshire here? That's a beautiful stroke up the ground. There's a throw, there's a shy. Ooh, I think he was gone with a hit, if I'll be honest. Was treading water there, Carlson, for a bit. And you feel with a hit, that was gone.
Always looked risky when he decided to go. Almost straight at the fielder there. In fact, it was. It was hit well enough that it's getting to the fielder quite quickly.
Yeah. But those are the little half chances you've got to take, Hampshire, isn't it? This is Division 1 cricket at its best. You know, good players, they don't give you many chances, but when you get those half chances, you've got to grab them.
So the bowler at the hotel end, commentary end, looks like being Cody Youssef. That was Tom Prest, by the way, with the throw. Stephen Easton has joined in about that 1948 Glamorgan side. I mentioned Wilf Wooler, who was the captain in that game against Somerset, 1948. Hampshire Cricket at bbc.co.uk. He said, Wilf Wooler captained Glamorgan for 14 years and was then secretary of the club for another 30 years. He also played football and rugby union at a high level. Thank you very much. Here's Youssef, right arm over. Carlson gets hit on the pad, wants a single, has to quickly go back to his crease. Always nice to get a little story behind one or two of those players.
I'm going to ask you something, Captain Kev James.
Never captained, but go on.
Best captain they ever had, as I said. Why not Sonny Baker with the second new rock?
Good shout. Good shout. Well, the only thing I'm going to say in his defence, and there probably isn't one, is Youssef bowls, and that's nicely stopped, actually, at point. Great stop.
If I was Carlson right now, and Zain Hassan to some degree, what would I not want to face right now?
Pace.
Kyle Abbott at one end, who's is going to give you nothing.
Yeah.
And then I've got 90 mile an hour Sonny Baker, who's bowled in as well as he's ever bowled, in the form of his life at the moment.
Yeah. That's a fair shout, Carbs, as Yusuf comes in and bowls, and Carlson works that again to point, and Prest does well once more. That's not Prest, actually. That is Fletcher Middleton, I think. No, it's not. I'll tell you who it is. It's a sub-fielder.
Ali Orr, isn't it?
Ali Orr, yeah.
And I'm saying this on the basis that Hampshire are massively behind in the game and need to break the partnership.
Yeah. Because 2 wickets in the next 14 overs is not
big change.
Yeah, it does, isn't it?
Different
And if
spin.
Ingram's one of those, and then even 3, who knows? It can happen quite quickly. Coulson works that to mid-on, and then all of a sudden the day feels a little different, because at the moment 320 for 1 could quite easily be 350 for 1. It could be 350 for 2 even, but 350 for 5.
I know.
Certainly doesn't feel quite so bad.
Yeah, and I'm not saying this with any disrespect to Cody Yusuf at all. Look, he's trying his best, but I just feel I'm looking at if I'm looking around the field, who's been my best bowlers through the day. For me, I want Sonny Baker attacking these guys, trying to break it open.
Next ball, and Carlson works that up to mid on, agreed.
It almost feels like it's following a roster at the moment, you know, like you've got a bowl here at this point, and you know, I think you've got to be a little bit more flexible, especially in these scenarios where you've got to try and find an opening from somewhere. I think, Ben Brown, you've got to think about your combinations. What wouldn't you want to face if you were batting at this stage? And for me, I can guarantee if I had an option to talk to these 2 batters, they'll say, I don't want to face Sonny Baker with the secondary rock at this stage.
Sure. Carlson's forward, and he's going to take a quick single up to Prest once more at mid-off, and he's going to keep the strike. 321 for 1. Michael Carberry's going to stay on. Rob Phillips is going to come in alongside him, and Carlson now has 143, and Al Hassan has 115, and they've been together since the fall of Ace of Tribe at 79.
Thank you, Kevin. You've got a big fan out there, Michael. David Llewellyn Davis has been back in touch.
Has he?
Yeah.
Welcome, David.
As Kieran Carlson parries away Abbott. Carlson on 143. He's only been past 150 once, and he went on to score a career best 192.
Time to get that double, I would say.
Yeah, quite. That's what he'll be thinking.
Absolutely. You want to tick that off as a player.
And this time a drive, goes straight to cover. Al Hassan in uncharted territory on 115. Yeah, David Llewellyn Davis says, Emrys Davis retired because I can't see the bloody ball anymore. Skip, pardon my language. And then he became an umpire.
That's what.
It's got a good line, that, isn't it?
Love it. Love it.
He's just doing a running commentary, so hang on. We'll see this ball, which Carlson plays into the covers again, up to mid-off. Gilbert Parkhouse, 7 Test, my boyhood hero. Norman Heaver came from Middlesex. Those names ring many bells. Ul Hassan, a 6. I think he's writing as he listens and watches.
Yeah.
Mr. Carberry is a gentleman. All in cricket know that. You must get your family to find someone else to do.
Yeah, see, we're dotted all over the place. Abbott comes in past the umpire to Carlson, who again looks for a single up the ground, but doesn't quite get there.
He said, I was taken to see Glamorgan against Australia in August 1948 to see Bradman. He didn't play.
Oh, no.
Spencer was my nearest ground. I go mainly to Wimbledon and Sutton, though I saw one of those tons. Excellent commentary, not just saying that.
Thank you, sir.
I think he means you, not me. But it's brilliant, the feedback we get, isn't it? It really is good. Ooh.
Just going for a bit of a sticky phase, Coulson.
He is, isn't he?
Just mentally probably getting a little bit tired towards the end of the day. Just got to try and hang in here. I think set the tone for tomorrow. I think if he can be there, certainly tomorrow, I think he'll be well in the driver's seat in this game.
13 overs to go.
Yeah.
Relatively early evening.
As Kyle Abbott runs in again to Carlson. Nicely behind, everything behind that one. Nice straight bat. And another good over from Abbott, another maiden.
Hampshire players are running to their places now. Led by the captain from behind the stumps. Does he often keep up to the stumps to the pace bowlers at all? I mention it because at Trent Bridge they had Nottinghamshire had Kyle Varan, the South African, and Glamorgan obviously Chris Cook, and they give exemplary displays of keeping up to the stumps to quick bowlers.
Yeah, I mean there have been keepers going back, you know, in my era. Someone like Ben Scott, who was a keeper at Middlesex and Worcester. He was very good up to the stump. James Foster was excellent. Chris Reed was another one, ex-England keeper. So I think it depends on the keepers. I think some prefer to stand back, some are comfortable coming up.
Zainul Hassan faces from Yusuf, who's fruitless for 55 runs in his 13 overs so far. Yeah, you see the real class then, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, that's you're talking now elite level.
Yeah.
We had, you know, a very good keeper here for many years, a youngster Michael Bates, who was an excellent keeper. I remember Michael Bates taking a similar dismissal in a final at Lord's of Kabir Ali, a Yorker, and managed to pull off a stumping, and we won. It was an amazing piece of keeping.
Well, Hassan Fenn's arms on that one, goes through.
And I think, you know, when you play on flat pitches such as this one, where it can get slow and turgid, I think it's a good wicket-taking ploy as well, because you pin the batters in the crease. They can't come out. You saw Asa Tribe, you know, always wanting to walk out the crease. Yeah. You know, it hems you back in, and I think it can be a very good, you know, a very good tactic to keep batters penned in. You can bring the bold LBWs in. As Yusuf comes in, another short ball. Especially to, you know, the seamers of lesser pace, you know, your Scott Currys and those kind of guys, you know.
I think it just gives the batsman something else to think about, doesn't it? Takes them out of their comfort zone. These two are definitely in their comfort zones now.
Dimi Mascarenas was, you know, someone I played with a number of years here.
Yeah.
We had an excellent keeper, Nick Pothas, club legend, who used to regularly stand up to Dimi all the time, even sometimes opening the bowling with the new ball. So.
Well, Verena, the South African, and Cook, who's also South African, they gave exemplary displays, which we noted quite often, as that was parried away again by Zainul Hassan. He's on 115. Big day for him. He'll remember this day at the Utilita Bowl.
Played very well, the young man, I've got to say. It was very pleasing to watch someone get their first ton.
We were sweating with him in the 90s.
Yeah. I say we're a small community. Us openers, we've got to stick together as left-handers. That's a great short ball from Yusuf.
Rothesay gets right down on his knees for that one.
What I would say to him now is, you know, this is now about desire. You know, you want a long career. You really want to stamp your mark as a top-notch domestic player. Hopefully, one day international player. This is the time now you want to set your stall out now, go and get a big score, 150 plus.
And be there tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Who knows what tomorrow will bring. Yeah. Dip your bread, that's it. Yeah.
So dip your bread.
So he's lost his beans, dip your bread.
Beans are going.
Beans are going,
simmering,
that's it.
Yeah.
As he ducks again, and Brown has to pluck that out of the air. He's not the biggest Ben Brown, but they do make him jump. He's athletic enough, the captain. What will he be feeling now?
Ben Brown?
Having won the toss and put Glamorgan in. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. It happens sometimes.
Yeah, look, I don't think you can... I don't think the decision to put them in was a bad one. As I said earlier today, I think the bowlers just haven't executed as well as They should have. You know, I think, as I said, they've been good in patches, but at this level, good in patches isn't good enough. You've got to set a higher bar. I think if there be one criticism of Ben Brown,
Abbott comes in from the far end, and Carlson clips that through the leg side. It's not going to go to the boundary. There's a sweeper out there. Just gets the one, but he inches up to 143, Kieran Carlson.
If there's one thing I would say about Ben Brown's captaincy and what I've watched so far, I feel he does err on the side too much defensively at times where he should be attacking. And I think, as I say, you've got to recognise at times who your best bowlers are, who's more likely to get you wickets.
Abbott comes around the wicket. Hassan drives,
shot.
lovely
Beautiful
shot. That's gone 4. It's one of his best shots of the day. Off drive. Takes him up to 119 now.
That's what he's done so well for me today, Alisson. As soon as Abbott's over pitched, you know, you've seen that 3 or 4 times today. He's lent into, and this is why I feel the angle for me, Kyle Abbott, I think you just have to think about changing it now. I think it's been a little bit samey since this morning. I think Alisson is his eyes are well adjusted to that line now. Try and drag his eye line somewhere different by coming over.
Faces again. Defensive off his legs. No run. 326 for 1. We're in the 85th over.
But yeah, back on your point with Ben Brown, I feel, yeah, look, and I'm saying this, it depends on how well your bowlers are bowling. But like this scenario now, for me, second new rock, I would have gone straight for Sonny Baker. I would have said, look, I need 3 or 4 overs are your quickest. Run in, try and make something happen. Of Kyle Abbott, I know I don't have to worry about Kyle Abbott. I can let him on autopilot, but I need wickets.
As Hassan faces again. Puts it out to the offside, no run.
And you know, it's just those little things. Look, obviously, if bowlers don't execute, you can't go all out attack. You know, you understand that as a game. But there have been moments. You know, I look at after drinks breaks, after lunch breaks, tea breaks. Those are times where, as a batter, I know my eyes have been away from batting. Yeah. Even if it's for 5-10 minutes, I've got to get, you know, concentration-wise, I've got to switch back on again, and that's always a vulnerable moment in your innings.
Absolutely. Round the wicket, Rothesay ducks, as he has done plenty of times today when required. Abbott 1 for 60, approaching the end of his 20th over. Remember, it was a long time ago now. Glamorgan lost Asa Tribe for 45, and since then it's been a really good partnership between these two. Glamorgan have 2 batting points. Should not be always easy to get. Got 9 so far this season batting. 6 so far this season batting. As Abbott bowls, another drive by Hassan, but straight to the cover fielder.
He's got lovely balance, hasn't he? Saint Alisson.
Grown into the innings, hasn't he?
Yeah,
which is what you want.
Absolutely. It's very still at the crease. I like, you know, not excessive movement, but just efficient, functional. Looks to punch, doesn't look to overhit the ball, especially in a world now of power play, power hitting. You know, he looks like a player. He relies on good technique, good timing. You know, again, plays within his kind of body width very well. Good setup.
So Kieran Carlson, with Hassan getting his first century. Kieran Carlson's rather been overlooked, but he's played a captain's innings here. He's 144 not out, and he clips that away on the leg side. It was uppish for a while, but it's taken 1 run. The partnership goes to 247, and Carlson goes to 145.
I just think that's a shot for me for Carlson. I just think he's just got to be a little bit aware of.
It was uppish, wasn't it?
It's a little bit up. I don't feel he's trying to hit that up for 6 or 4. You know, it's almost just flapping at it really. I would prefer to either see him hit it down or try and hit it out the ground. It probably works to the short side, but that bigger boundary, I think he's just got to be careful there.
Hassan clips that away on the leg side from Yusuf. One more to the total. 329 for one now. And Hassan up to 120, 328 for one. They don't need my help. It's been a tough all day for Yusuf. None for 57 from 14 overs. Cody Yusuf in again from us. Made Kieran Carlson jump then. I think he caught him. In fact, I know where he caught him. That's painful.
Oh.
Middle area.
I'll let you on this.
Yeah.
I'm sure us gents can all relate.
Yeah. He's trying not to show pain. He's limping. Actually, it might have been.
I think more the hip, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a blessing. I'm sure he'll agree.
Yeah. Second new rock as well.
Yeah.
It's not good. Going to feel that one tonight.
Yeah, you and your money on those, don't you?
You feel that one about 3 a.m. in the morning when you roll over in bed. Oh.
As Yusuf Bowles again, driving by Kieran Carlson, took it with one hand off. Afternoon chap, says Freddie again. He was the one in the mumbles where it was raining. Did Michael play against Glammy much during his career? I imagine his Surrey, Kent, Hampshire were all in Division 1 in his time. Guess I wouldn't have seen him at St Helens back in the day. Did you play at St Helens in Swansea?
I have, yep.
Yeah.
I think my debut first class season I played at the old Swalek.
All right.
The old ground. So I'm trying to think who was playing around that time. Would it be Croft, Adrian Dale, Steve James, one of my favourites.
Yeah.
Michael Kaspovich.
Carlson has cut that away for 2, and that's the 250-run partnership between Carlson, the captain, and Zainul Hassan. So it's 329 for 1. It's a good partnership, that. Yeah. And Jim Davis, Perth Pom. Guess where he's from. To keep the praise of Michael Carberry going. We will now. Stick around, Michael.
I'm feeling this love today, man.
Zainul Hassan waits.
Thank you,
Yusuf
people.
delivers the ball just outside off stump. And plays it back down the bowler. End of the over, 329 for 1. Hassan on 120 and Kieran Carlson on 146. He says, Perth Pom, to keep the praise of Michael Carberry going. I thought you'd like that bit again. He was great at Perth Scorchers in the Big Bash. Happy memories of watching him from the hill at the Wacker, brackets the furnace, with my then young family.
Yeah, good times.
Enjoy it out there?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, very much so. It was great to be involved with the Scorchers for 2 years. Obviously, to win it the first year was amazing.
They love their Big Bash out there.
Yeah, it was a great experience. Obviously, at the time there wasn't a lot of English overseas.
No.
So to go on and win it as well. So that was quite good to be a part of. As Abbott comes in with a short ball to Carson, and chance to work with Justin Langer, which was great.
Terrific.
And meet some of the Western Australian legends, Adam Gilchrist, Mike Hussey. So that was good. Yeah, really enjoyed it.
Tell you what, their commentary teams are high-powered, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a big boy lineup.
As I said, I don't keep going on about it, but I had a great time in Australia, and my one regret is there was a Big Bash game on in Melbourne and we couldn't get to it. Went to the MCG, had my picture with the statues of Lily and Shane Warne.
Absolutely. I mean, one of the best moments, I think, was I had some struggles when I first went out there for the first 1 or 2 games. I'd just come off the back of a hand injury I sustained for playing for Hampshire, actually. And so I hadn't really batted much in 10, 12 weeks. So it was, you go to the Wacker of all places in 2020 where you've got to be on song, right?
Yeah.
So first few games didn't go too well. So Justin Lang, who's obviously big mates with Ricky Ponting, who's one of my absolute heroes. as Kyle Abbott comes into bowl to Carson. He got Ricky Ponting to come and watch one of my nets, to stand at the back of the net and give me some feedback and how to bat in Australia, how to set yourself up. And honestly, it was one of the best 20 minutes ever.
Really?
I mean, I felt the nerves. Don't worry, I didn't want to sneak off. Ricky Ponting stood behind me.
Just give you the look. I talk about high-powered commentaries. I mean, they had Steve Smith on there. They had Ricky Ponting.
Yeah, it's a big boy lineup.
Gilchrist was on there. They don't pull their punches.
Hey, yeah. It's brutal at times. As Abbott comes in slightly wide of the crease to Carlson, who ducks another bouncer. But yeah, I found that it was a very very welcoming setup. Everyone was always there to help, very encouraging. JL was very great coach to work under, and great that we were able to pull it off. What a final as well. I mean, facing Brett Lee in his very last game as well.
Right.
Yeah, so there was a lot of drama. There was a hat-trick that Brett Lee was getting a hat-trick in his last professional game.
As you might expect.
Me playing the scoop shot for the first time ever.
Brilliant.
Yeah. That's a fine shot from Carlson off the back foot, just for 2. And then my old mate Yasser Arafat managing to, in a ball of dust, ending up rolling over the line. There was a fumble. Carnage. I'm looking back, can't see anything. There's dust everywhere. I just see a sea of orange coming towards me, running, hands outstretched. I'm thinking, what's happened? We won, we lost, what's happened? Yeah.
40, 50,000 there?
Yeah. At Monaco Oval in Canberra.
Wow.
Yeah, great times.
As I said, they do love their sport over there.
Abbott comes in again to Carson. That's a beautiful drive. That could go for 4 with the new balls being chased down, however, by Sonny Baker out there.
Kieran Carlson reaches his 150 in 172 balls. Strike rate of 87.2, 19 4s and 3 6s. And he's just added real impetus to take Glamorgan to 333 for 1. He helped Zainul Hassan through his nervous 90s to reach a century as well. But it's been a really good innings from Kieran Carlson. It's been a really good day for Glamorgan. And before Michael Carberry goes, Johnny Gaffer has been on. Great play was Michael Carberry. Should have had more England caps. My first recollection of him, though, was the space age helmet he wore. How did that come about? Well, he wasn't the first one to wear it, I'm told. Sangakkara was the first. Well, he's not a bad one to take to emulate. Fair play. So 333 for 1. Kevin's back.
Yes, first ball from Youssef is played on the onside by Hassan. Well, short of these two making a mistake, I can't see another wicket happening tonight. If I'm honest, the bowlers will be a little bit tired now. It's been a long day, mostly in sunshine, and these two have played absolutely wonderfully and have put Glamorgan in a position where, if I'm honest, I can't see Hampshire winning it from here. It's really, already now, there's only 2 results possible.
Well, with the rain about as well.
Well,
tomorrow.
that's that might help Hampshire a little bit. Always playing a missing outside the off stump. There's that ball that's quite full. That does bring the batters forward, and we've been saying that for quite a bit of the day. That it's the most likely length to be taking a wicket. Daniel Leavesley has emailed hampshirecricket@bbc.co.uk. He said, "Where's James Fuller? He's criminally underrated, and I feel he should be in this team every week." Well, he has been injured. He did get 100 in the second team last week. He did have an elbow injury. He had an operation in the winter, then he had an elbow injury. So he's really only starting to get back to full fitness. So maybe he's not far away from playing again in the first team as that's played out into the covers. And there is no run. We have 8.5 overs left on day 1 here. And Glamorgan at 333 for 1 are controlling the game.
Yeah, our partnership of 254 this one at the moment. We did talk about the record partnership of Byram and Ingram in 2020, 280 that was.
Well, that's in danger at the moment.
Yeah.
There's Yusuf Bowles, and that's played up towards mid-on. A few people are starting to leave the ground now. Get towards 6 o'clock.
But I should add that Colin Ingram partnered, had the partner of Zainul Hassan against Derbyshire in 2023. They made 193 for the second innings wicket. So Zainul Hassan is not unused to this sort of business.
Yeah, he's just about doubled his previous first-class score, highest.
Done really well.
He has. He's Yusuf short. Not for the first time today. Hassan has safely ducked underneath that one. It is good skiddy pace when especially when he pitches it short, Cody Yusuf, but hasn't quite probably hit the right length consistently today. He has got good wheels. He does get the ball through, but maybe the length hasn't quite been consistent enough. Certainly not been shy with a short ball today. 3-3-3 for 1 in the 88th over as Yusuf runs away from us again, and again it's just a little too short really. It's quite easy to play at that length and safely negotiated. It is a maiden over from Cody Yusuf, his 4th out of 16, none for 58.
Yeah, Kieran Carlson jogs down to the Glamorgan staff to have a drink. Zain Ul Hassan as well. Maybe looks like Ul Hassan is maybe taking a drink and some salts or whatever they have these days. Keep the energy going.
A little time to bat. I must point out another thing actually. Not only have Hampshire been outplayed today, but their over rate is a little bit of a worry. It is -4, which actually is starting to get to a number which is a little bit difficult to get back. So they're going to have to be aware of that as well.
Yeah. It's difficult to work out how they do that though, isn't it? Because up in Nottinghamshire we were moseying away and then suddenly realised that the Glamorgan over rate was -2 or whatever. Then almost without thinking about it, they brought it back to +2.
Yeah, you lose a point per over of short of the target.
Yeah.
It's calculated at the end of the match, so it's just something to be aware about.
Well,
thank you to Joe who sent me that.
Carlson waits for Baker from the pavilion end. Little characteristic hop and a skip before he gets into his run. And Carlson edges that down to third man, trots through for the single, moves to 151, and you'd imagine there's some tired legs in that out on that pitch at the moment.
Yeah, there's not too many days when you're out in the field that you only pick up 1 wicket the whole day. There'll be too many times that's happened, but Glamorgan have just been absolutely terrific from start to finish. Well, it's not ended yet, but till now.
2 slips in place, and now they move a man from the onside to point. As I was saying, lets that one go. Brown tumbles over to take, no run. 334 for 1.
Well, it's good to see Hassan playing the same way with 120 as he did when he was on nought. I mean, no, that's credit to him as well. You know, that's there's a lot of good players will tell you, Carps included, that when you do get in and you're on a total, just cash in, because there are plenty of times when it doesn't go for you.
Yeah, you'll get a snorter and have no chance, and that's the end of your day. Waits again, shoulders arm to this one. Not too accurate that time by Baker.
It's quite easy to think that you've done your job and you've got your first 100 over and done with, and it's very easy just to say, right, well, now I'll have a bit of fun or what have you, but he looks as though he's settling in for a few more yet.
Well, you want bed and breakfast tonight and resume tomorrow. That will be the plan, but there's still 7.5 overs to go. As I was saying, flicks that on the onside, mid-on runs across and restricts them to 1. So the score goes to 335 for 1.
So I guess you're talking to Hassan tonight, Rod?
Hopefully. I gather I've got to go round the other side of the pitch, so I may
Bit of a trek.
pack up here and then disappear around with my belongings, and I've just got a short walk to the hotel just down the road. I was told if I moved my car I wouldn't get back in. Carlson waits. So I have to flick that around as he has done a couple of times today. One beauty over the leg side. Square leg, just got right under that, and it's a short boundary, as we said. I think we said 50 yards.
Yeah, minimum. Yeah,
start the day.
Absolute minimum. It's right on the minimum, apparently. So your interview is done for the club as well? Does that go on the club website?
If they're here, I don't know if they're here. I've not seen anybody from the club, so let's hope Zane doesn't take too long in the ice bath. As Carlson drives on the onside, just past the non-striker's end. Collected, no run. Glamorgan 335 for 1. Well, Hassan 121, Carlson 151 on probably their best day of the championship so far this season. 7 overs to go.
So if there's nobody from Glamorgan here and your interview doesn't go on the Glamorgan website, where would it go?
It would go online, BBC Online,
okay, right.
and hopefully somebody back in Central Square in Cardiff will write it up.
Okay.
Because we don't often get days like this. Watching Glamorgan, few good days last season. I think they surprised everybody by getting promotion, but any promotion is deserved.
Cody Youssef to continue from this commentary end. 16 overs done for 58. His wickets have been hard to come by this season. He's fought for every one of his 5 wickets to date. Been costing him 57 apiece, and here he is 0 for 58. So going on that, he's due a wicket. He's around the wicket to Hassan. Good wheels, but it's outside off stump and left alone. Let's have a quick look at the other scores as we head towards the end of day 1. Nottinghamshire going strong against Leicestershire as well. They are 378 for 2. So slightly ahead of where Glamorgan are here in terms of runs, but have lost 1 more wicket. Ben Slater is 178 not out. Hassan works that down to 3rd. There'll be a single, 336 for 1. And Joe Clark's having a pretty good season. He's 63 not out. So tough going there for the Leicestershire bowlers. That game being played at Grace Road in Leicester. Yorkshire taking on Somerset. Yorkshire earlier today bowled out for 162. Somerset in reply 137 for 3. So they trail by just 25 runs to Somerset. And young Josh Thomas is still going strong. That's driven up to mid-on Carlson, fielded by Sonny Baker. Josh Thomas is 91 not out there. And James Rue, another one vying for perhaps an England spot, 7. He's out. Sussex taking on Surrey, where Sussex are 358 for 9. In fact, they've just declared at 358 for 9. Surrey are getting their reply just underway. Big lower order partnership, always playing and missing outside the off stump there, Carlson, who's almost down on 1 knee. In fact, he is down on 1 knee, trying to work that down to James Rue. Bats about 4, but there's talk about him maybe opening, the left-hander. Question for Michael Carberry, that one. Huh? No, he wasn't opening this game, actually, no. No, because I think, actually, if I'm right in saying, the Somerset head coach, Jason Kerr, said that he probably wouldn't be opening for Somerset. Even though I think there might have been a request. I don't know the full story on that, so I might be talking slightly out of turn as Yusuf bowls another short ball. But Roux in that game came in his usual position, number 4. Archie Vaughan and Josh Thomas opening as they did here a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, the Sussex-Surrey game, which is being played at the Oval. Sussex declaring at 3:58 for 9, and the big partnership down the order came from Jack Carson and Ollie Robinson, with Carson finishing on 105. Ollie Robinson was 100 not out. That was always a short delivery, which Carson has to get out of the way of rather abruptly, and that ends the over. 336 for 1 with 6 overs remaining here on day 1. So that 8th wicket partnership between Carson and Robinson realised about 180 odd actually, around there anyway. That's not bad for the 8th wicket. Looks like things have flattened out at the Oval a bit. So it is Hassan to face the next over from Sonny Baker. Hassan is 122 not out. Been there since 11 o'clock this morning, plays that length ball up towards mid-off, and there is no run. Very quickly the Division 2 scores. Kent, who are having a bit of a nightmare year, and in fact I've just seen, just before I came back on commentary, I've seen that Adam Hollyoake, their head coach, the Kent head coach, has if I can find it again, Kent are not replying at all on social media. They're not contributing to their social media channels in response to, it's down the leg side, it's wrapped him on the pad, I think. They're asking for a caught behind, not out, says the umpire. I think in response to the team not doing particularly well. You'll remember they got relegated 2 years ago, finished bottom of Division 2 last year, and also started pretty poorly this year as well. And Adam Hollyoake has said that they won't be contributing to social media channels. Just going to check that. I think that's a BBC article where I saw some comments. Yeah, they've disabled the comments functions on their social media, have Kent. That happened earlier today. That's outside the off stump, and that is left alone. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen that, Rob, today.
Go on.
Kent have taken the unusual step of disabling the comment functions on their social media accounts as a part of duty of care to their players.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I saw
That's a bit
some
worrying.
comments. Yeah, I saw some comments from Hadim Hollyoake saying that they want to protect the players.
That's very worrying.
Yeah. But that often happens, doesn't it, when things aren't going very well,
Yeah,
and you're not happy with what's being said, which is understandable. That's played out on the leg side. Bit of extra bounce there from Sonny Baker. Well played by Hassan. Took the bottom hand off the bat as he played that away. 123 he moves on to, and this partnership keeps going and going and going. 337 for 1. They came together at 79 for 1.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun having freedom of speech, but it's easy to be behind the keyboard and not having to face people.
Yeah. Sonny Baker in again to Carlson. One's towards us. Carlson gets one, it bounces again. He takes the bottom hand off the bat. Good take, Ben Brown, diving low to his left. Just getting a little bit extra out of this pitch here is Sonny Baker.
He's putting plenty of effort in, isn't he, from that
he's
far end.
running well, isn't he? Last ball of his 17th over. He's wicketless as well, none for 54. But importantly, when you're not picking up wickets, he's going for a fraction over 3 and over. So that's good from his point of view.
Seagulls are in for a look.
Yeah, they'll be looking for some food down this end of the ground, always do. They can smell beefies below us. That's played up to mid-off. Oh, he almost sold Hassan a dummy there, because Hassan was committed to the single, had to turn back, did well actually in the end. Got back in time.
Now that would have been an interesting dressing room. Thanks, Skip.
Yeah, it's about the only way Hampshire are going to pick up a wicket here at the moment.
Well, They have to be careful. Even a couple of wickets now would not exactly put a different complexion on it, but they would love to be one down in another 5 overs time, Glamorgan, and see what tomorrow brings. Get a few more runs on the board.
They've got to be looking at 500 plus here from here, haven't they? I mean, even just 500 is a bit of a collapse.
The weather might have something to say about that tomorrow, mightn't it?
Yeah. Old Players' Day here tomorrow for Hampshire. They'll all be here. Well, they won't all be here because I don't think there's room.
Curry runs away from us to Ul Hassan. Again, he takes one hand off the bat but plays it straight down the pitch to the bowler. 337 for 1.
Feels good, doesn't it, saying that, Rob?
I'm looking twice.
I'd be saying that after every ball. If I was...
Well, you know, I've got my colleagues here as well. Did score 440 against Leicestershire.
Sure.
But then Leicester scored 586 as Curry comes in. Al-Hassan drives, no great power. Collected at mid-on, no run. I think Zain Al-Hassan will sleep well tonight. Once he's spoken to me, hopefully.
Yes.
I promise I don't bite. But we really didn't know what to expect from this pitch this morning. Curry comes in again. Al-Hassan clips that away off his legs. They will amble through for 1, 338 for 1 now.
Even the flattest of pitches, which it hasn't been, is not a 338 for 1 pitch.
Mark Hopkins-Jenkins says, hey Rob, Blakey, that's Nathan Blake, my podcast partner on football, he says, going to be jealous about you and Carbs having so much fun together. He's had enough of me as Carlson straight drives, no run. He can put up without me, don't worry. Gareth Hill says it's been a tough day on the balcony, so we've broken out the wine. Rest assured, we'll be up and at in the morning. Seriously, what an impressive Glamorgan performance. Excellent to watch Hassan sit through to his century and to see Carlson in such imperious form. I wish I'd said that on the radio just now. As he waits, and Square cuts that for 4 runs again. He makes it look so easy, Kieran Carlson. He is imperious when he plays shots like that. He moves to 155 and the score goes to 342 for 1. And Gareth finishes by saying, thanks for keeping us company in the sun.
That's nice.
Very nice.
Yes, I think those of us on this side of the table have needed a few messages to keep us going.
Oh, Michael Carby seems to have got his family involved. As Carlson waits, clips that off his hip. Just takes the 1 and he goes to 156, 343 for 1.
Thank you, Rob. Well, Rob's staying on, and it's going to be Michael Carberry alongside him.
Just 4 overs to go.
4 more overs of pain.
Yeah, I don't think anybody expected this at 10:30 this morning, did they?
Yeah,
Keep saying it, but it is worth saying.
You do find yourself taking a second look at that, double taking at that scoreboard, thinking, what on earth?
Yeah.
343 for 1. You wouldn't have said that when you looked at this pitch this morning.
No.
Win the toss and insert the opposition.
I mean, there's a green tinge to it, isn't there, on top, but it hasn't really misbehaved that much. And it's been lovely sunny weather. As Baker comes in from the far end. Carlson. He's staying. They thought it went to the fielder, I think, but no touch according to the umpire. What happened there then?
So that's that shot again, isn't it, from Carlson? It's not really a pull shot. It's not really the ball to I mean, why on earth you'd be trying to play that with 4 overs to go? You've batted so well, you're 156 not out. I mean, surely you've got to be, you know, skipper, you've got to be setting a little bit more of an example there.
He didn't move, did he? So he knew that it hadn't touched, but
it's a risky
seen
shot.
him given.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a risky shot at this stage. You know, surely, you know, get your nut down, get through to close.
As he faces again, Carlson, and this time he's skied that, but he's got it safe. Again, he's not in control of that one too much. He just goes through for the one. He was halfway down the pitch for the second as well then, but Hassan sent him back, probably thinking, let me see a few balls off for you.
From a Glamorgan perspective, I mean, you probably wouldn't have thought you'd hear yourself say this. I mean, you got your junior, you actually probably glad your junior partner's at the other end. He's just gone about his business in a more solid fashion. You expect that from your skipper, really. So why you want to be trying to take Sonny Baker on at this stage? You want to just get through to the close if you can, limit the risk.
Hassan will be trying to do just that now. Sees that good on the leg side, has nothing to do with it. 344 for 1.
This is rare. I feel, you know, Glamorgan can really put this game to bed if they get through to close. I mean, you think if you were in the Hampshire dressing room yourself, you turn up tomorrow seeing 340 or 50 for 1.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes the bowler's toes hurt just thinking about that, doesn't it? Day 2.
I'll ask you in a minute what difference the weather might make tomorrow. As Hassan plays a straight defensive shot, dribbles away from the bat, no run.
Well, I guess, yeah, I mean...
You've got to think about overcast conditions and stuff like that, haven't they? Even if it's not raining.
I mean, the only thing really that's saving Hampshire, really, let's be honest, is the weather. But you can't bank on the weather. For me, you turn up tomorrow, you look at that scoreboard, 350, 60 for 1. Your first thought is, how are we going to save this game? You're not thinking really about winning the game from this position.
And if you're Glamorgan, do you bat on to 500 if you can?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, Hassan looking to be there tomorrow. Plays it down into the offside, no run.
And that's why I feel, for me, it's important these two, if they can remain together at close, come back tomorrow. For me, if they can conquer that first hour, I feel that's it for me. That, you know, you are now in charge of your boss in the game. Yeah. You can put this game so far, because they're scoring at such a pace. You can put this game well out of Hampshire's reach, and it's there for me to win, really.
Well, there was a time when they were going up just over 4. It's now 3.7, but it's quick enough. Last ball of this over, and Hassan has nothing to do with it.
Oh no.
Was that a little skip and a hop in frustration then? Or
I think it was a little hamstring there.
Baker?
Cramp, maybe. I hope it's cramp, not anything sinister. Because they need Sonny Baker tomorrow, let me tell you. Could do without him going down. But yeah, but, you know, that's the other thing to make the point. You know, the Hampshire batting lineup, you know, it has a few budgies at the moment. It's not really fired this season. To be facing 500-600, it's all order.
Wide just now. Baker tries again. Hassan plays it into the onside, high up, and takes the 1. Retains the strike, which is probably sensible at the moment. 346 for 1. Hassan goes to 125. Carlson was, I won't say lost the plot, but he's taken chances when maybe the players on the balcony were saying, hang on, calm down, Kieran, let's stay there till tomorrow.
So the junior player's now taking the senior player under the wing.
Calm down, Skip.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it happens, doesn't it? I mean, just those little losses of concentration.
He plays like that as well. He has been, to use Gareth's words, imperious. He's played some lovely shots, but he does like to get on with it no matter what part of the day.
But, you know, it probably proves in the stats, isn't it? You said he's only passed 150 once in his career, you know, out of 1600s. You know, maybe that's, again, you know, an area he's still young enough to improve. But, you know, it's in areas you get older, you want to be making those big scores. And it does require concentration, recognising important passages of play as well. Let's feel it's organ. To bowl this off spin, and that's a full toss, and that's been drilled by Al Hassan down the ground for another boundary. A real gimme that.
It's 350 up for Glamorgan.
Absolutely. That was a real buffet ball, as they say. Help yourself.
He's delivered a couple of those, hasn't he?
Yeah.
79 for 1 was when the last wicket went down.
So better delivery from Felix Horgan, a bit flatter, as you would imagine, after serving up the full toss. He wasn't definitely going to flight that one. So sun becomes a bit low towards the end of the day. Horgan in past the umpire into Hassan. That one just drifting onto the drive there. Hassan not able to find the gap. It's a dot ball.
Well, the partnership is 271 at the moment, and we're getting to record territory for the second wicket. Eddie Byram and Colin Ingram, 280 is the record. Keep an eye on that.
So it's a nice delivery from Horgan. Seems to have settled into the over now. Nice little bit of flight, bit of drift there as well with this second new ball. Again, not much turn as you'd imagine. You kind of feel that the fact Felix Horgan is now bowling at this stage, it's kind of Ben Brown conceding that.
Yeah.
Seamers haven't
It's
really.
not going to happen.
Just
for
hasn't
the
happened, has it?
quickies, no. You never know. Spinners can sometimes come up with a surprise.
So pushed away on the offside. That's finished the over. 4 off it from Horgan. Still can't keep that run rate under 4s. It's been very expensive. In his defence, he is a makeshift spinner. Keep reiterating the point. He's not a full-time spinner.
No, just to say Liam Dawson missing today with an abdominal injury. Pulled out just before the start.
And he probably wouldn't have had the prep time, Felix Horgan, so you have to give him a squeeze there, I guess.
So penultimate over of a brilliant day for Glamorgan. Baker bowls it from the far end. Kieran Carlson pushes that behind square on the offside for 1. Sam will take strike, and the score goes to 3-5-2 for 1.
Yeah, it's good to see Baker still running in with some verve. I think he's bowled pretty well today without much luck. He's probably deserved a couple of wickets for the way simply for the effort he's put in. But that's first class cricket. Sometimes you don't always get what you deserve.
It's 3-5-1 for 1 as Baker comes in again. Al-Hassan waits for defensive. Again, Carlson's a long way down the pitch at the non-striker's end. There's a run every ball. There's a possibility of a run at a lot of balls as well.
Tell you now, this reminds me of batting with my old mate Kevin Peterson for the few England games I did. Had to be on my skates. Just never knew when Kev was on naught at times.
Did he ever accept no?
Well,
no.
He did once, and I ran him out.
Brilliant.
1-1.
Yeah. Sonny Baker still going strong around the wicket, and sees another flat bat from Zainul Hassan. What a day for him. 129 not out. His maiden ton in any format. Kieran Carlson 158.
Baker opting to come over the wicket. I like this ploy. I don't think he's done this enough to this left-hander. Let's see what he can do. See if he can get any movement from over the wicket. He's into Hassan. Glides that one to off the back foot to a sort of gully region. Yeah, it's been a magic moment for Zain Al-Hassan, very.
You don't forget that, do you?
No, absolutely. It's
You
great.
don't
It's great
forget
to
it.
see, you know, a youngster tick off that first milestone. You know, it's something you would have dreamed of as a kid.
And I'm sure the family is delighted. And
Yeah, absolutely. All the
it's,
sacrifice and
yeah,
makes it all worth it.
red letter day for Zain Al-Hassan. He wants it to go on though. Ducks out of another quick one from Baker.
And also, you know, to do it against a decent attack as well. You know, Kyle Abbott, Sonny Baker, you know, potential England prospect. Yeah, very impressive. Division 1, very, very, very impressive. Green pitch. So, few remaining crowd try and get the Hampshire team going. The familiar Hampshire cry.
Bit forlorn today. Baker in. Al-Hassan plays that down the leg side. Down to fine leg. Just gets the one. 352 for one. He moves to 130. Reclaims the strike for the last over.
Yeah, good stint from Solly. Good shift there from Sonny Baker today. So he's been very impressive without much luck. He's got a 3.1 and over off his 19 overs, so he's got through a decent workload. I think that's good for him. Good to see.
Now, Kieran Carlson and Zain Al-Hassan have just had a chat in the middle. What do they say then? Does Al-Hassan say, "I'll take this one, Skip, don't you worry"?
Yeah. Take your gloves off, Skip. I've got this.
Yeah. He's going to face Felix Organ, the off spinner, coming around the wicket from our end. Last over of the day. Forward defensive, bat and pad together.
Where's the pressure here?
One down. Well, there's one
Deep.
slip. Oh no, it's as if they're listening to you, Michael.
Oh, glad to see it. 6:24 in the evening.
Well,
Surely at this stage.
they're putting in a leg slip now.
Yeah, put some pressure. Bring cover up.
Yeah.
Is he going to play a big shot at this stage? Got to put the pressure on, surely, Ben Brown. Get someone under the lid.
Here's Organ again. It was a puff of dust when he moved then, but to no avail. Organ gets the ball back. None for 85 so far in his 19.2 overs. 352 for one the score. Al-Hassan has 4 more balls to hold out, although he's straight drives that. Forget what we said. It was a ball waiting to be driven. Didn't really get it that cleanly, but he's gone through for one, so anything could happen now with Kieran Carlson at the other end. 353 for one. Zain Al-Hassan, a career best 131. 3 balls left for the skipper to face. From Felix Organ is going to go over the wicket. And Carlson drives that, stopped in the covers.
That's a good line there from Morgan. I like him operating there. Try and find those foot marks if he can. Get one to grip. Maybe induce an outside edge. He's got to slip in. He's got his man at deep cover point, which at this stage of the day I don't really understand. Surely you want to put the pressure on. Keep Carlson on strike.
2 balls to go. Carlson plays that one, and we're to the last ball of the day. Way back at 10:30, Glamorgan lost the toss. Were inserted to bat, and they lost Asa Tribe this morning. As Organ delivers the last ball of the day, Kieran Carlson knocks it back to the bowler. That is stumps. It's been Glamorgan's best day since they've been promoted from Division 2. Their best day in Division 1. They are 353 for one at the close. Zain Al-Hassan, his first century with 131 not out. Kieran Carlson, 158 and still undefeated. And they put on 274 runs for the second wicket. And Michael Carberry, that is some day for Glamorgan.
Absolutely. I mean, firstly, congratulations to the 2 Glamorgan batters. I think they've been outstanding, and certainly to Zain Al-Hassan to get your first ton in domestic cricket. Well, very well done to him. Yeah, I mean, Hampshire have got some problems, it's fair to say. Just they look a little bit of like a boat without a paddle at the moment. But take nothing away, I think Glamorgan have been outstanding. They've got on the front foot from this morning. They didn't let anything go unpunished. I think the opening stand really set the day up for me. Asa Tribe was, again, you know, very impressive the way he played. And he'd probably look at his dismissal today and think it was an opportunity miss on a good pitch, but that's the way it goes sometimes. But the skipper, I think he's come in, Carlson, he's really given in this impetus, and I think, look, it goes without saying, 353 for 1. They're very much in the driving seat. Now, tomorrow, you know, they've got to turn up tomorrow. If they win that first hour to a session, I think Hampshire really are staring down the barrel.
Yeah, Zainul Hassan, 131 not out from 317 balls, 17 fours and 1 6, still going strong, as is Kieran Carlson, 158 from 190 balls, 20 fours, 3 6s. Asa Tribe caught off Abbott for 45. The Hampshire bowling, Kyle Abbott just took the 1 wicket of Tribe, 1 for 64 from 21 overs. Cody Youssef, none for 59 off 17. Sonny Baker, none for 59 off 19. Scott Curry, none for 75 off 17. Felix Organ, the spinner, took a bit of tap, none for 86 off 20. And Tom Prest, occasional spinner, none for 6 from his 2 overs. We resume again tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. My thanks to Michael Carberry, to Kevin James, and this is Rob Phillips bidding you a very good evening, and we'll speak to you tomorrow, no doubt.